And if you guys recall where we last left off, it was late at the night. You just had a small battle atop a rickety ship that you set on fire, and then hurried off into the city, running away from shadows that were attacking you and dealing with all sorts of shenanigans, making everything a little bit more or less dangerous. You guys just got up to the gate to the Merigard Academy, where Illarad, the Goliath fighter instructor, was sitting watch and guard over the wooden barrier, and he opened it up for you to enter. And it is about 5 in the morning? What do you do?
We're alive.
Yay.
It feels like 5 in the morning. I'm so tired.
I'm super tired.
I am also really tired, but I think we need to, as a group, find out if we can do anything else. Still probably a lot of people in trouble, but not really my place.
Well, I think we were coming back here so that we could share what we've done and what we've learned with the Academy, so...
Yeah. Hey, Thormir, you still have his corpse, right?
Yep.
Cool. Don't lose it.
I don't know how it's draped over my shoulders, but I'll keep that in mind.
Well, you don't want to get...
bite you.
You don't want to get pickpocketed of your corpse.
You know, if they wanted it that bad, I say let them have it.
We hung on all of our tokens too, right? You know, just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I think we could, if anybody won, because I don't think they're going to have an award ceremony for this, personally. I'm pretty sure we're the only team left that still
We
have
rescued
any...
a few other people.
The only team that's,
none team
worthy of fighting
It was...
still.
I don't mean to rush you, but you're kind of standing in the gateway.
Oh, sorry.
What happened?
I don't have that answer. We might in a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Yeah, we should go inside, guys.
Yeah, I feel like we know what happened.
Yeah. Where do you want us to drop off this wizard's corpse?
Just get in the... Move.
I head inside.
Okay.
Yes. Heading
Go
inside.
inside, Echo.
Thought we were like
Go
walking
inside.
past
Okay,
this.
then the wooden gate behind you slides shut, and Illarad is still up on the post, looking out over the wall. You see he has a very large bow drawn and aimed, but he's not loosing any arrows at the moment. And he looks down at you, Kith, and he says, "Your instructor was looking for you. Go find him."
Okay. Oh, let's go find Treat.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
The portcullis is open, which is a little... It's not concerning because, I mean, everything went to hell. However, you remember Treat saying that it would... Not Treat. You remember Purse saying that it would be closed until 7 in the morning.
Well, then the competition's probably off.
Could be.
Probably, yeah.
Well, considering all of the
Not
shadows
actually,
and the death.
yeah, worried about that. It was mostly a joke. I would like to go find Treat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should go find him.
Should probably have more answers.
So...
My health at. Before we get any further, hang on. I'm going to heal myself.
Okay.
Lesson learned.
Everyone check your health.
Does anybody have any healing spells?
I do.
Could you
I
please
don't.
heal?
I have not a lot of health.
I'm gonna use my second wind real quick.
Okay.
We're healing for nothing. That's fine. But just in case.
Thormir passes gas behind you.
Great.
Oh,
It was a little
All right,
not
fart.
a very... Yeah.
Who else
it was a
has
little
low
fart.
health?
I'm at half.
You're at half. How far
I'm
are you
about
down,
at
Kiwi?
half also.
I have 6 health.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
20.
this music. Not turn
I
it
mean-
down enough.
You can keep
Y'all,
bringing it down.
we're all pretty beaten up. I think
Yeah.
we should go find Treat and then, like, find some chairs and take a rest.
Yeah.
Probably a good
Or
idea.
better yet, get back to our dorms and take a rest.
Wait, So I'm going to find Treat, and everybody else is taking a break. Okay.
No,
good.
we're going with you.
Oh,
At this
okay.
point, we are not splitting up.
So,
I started asking people where Treat is. Anybody I see.
okay. So now that you're inside the actual gates and you're in the main courtyard in front of the Marigard Academy, you see the stables where they usually have the horse pastures at. You see there's what looks like canvas tents set up and almost like a triage going on. You see people milling about in there, some of them in civilians' clothes. But sure enough, on the air, you hear the grumpy noise of Treat yelling at someone.
All right, we'll head towards him.
Okay. You pushed into that area, and the tents and triage area, you see there are people that are clearly injured, though they're stable. No one looks to be on death's door, but everyone that you see in here is clearly drained of strength, at least somewhat. And as you whip around a corner, Treat almost bumps into you, and he says, "Oh!
Hey!
You startled me. Not the best day for this. Are you all right?"
Me. Mostly, yeah.
What happened at the cathedral? That's where you last were.
What happened to it? What do you mean?
The last I heard from you, you were at the cathedral.
Right. Well, we realized that people were out there trapped, and nobody else could really move around because they didn't have the magical light that I did. So we went out to go investigate and rescue people. And in the process, we found the person behind it.
You did?
Which is that corpse over there.
Yeah.
I just start pointing to the one on my shoulder.
Is that a kobold?
He was also a sorcerer.
His boat
Yeah,
had
he
a
was
lot of
summoning
traps.
He takes a good long look over your whole team, and he says, well, you're better off than everyone else I've brought in, so...
Did you get the people at the temple? We saw a dragon flying around.
We asked Tabernacle if he could try and burn away some of the shadows. So I think he was near the cathedral, because that's where most of them were focused. But I don't have the whole story on that. I just have what he told me in message. I haven't been to the cathedral myself, and...
We left some people there that were taking shelter.
Then it's likely they're still there.
It seemed like the only safe place.
Sorry, out of character. What's the dude who had the longbow at the gate? What's his
Illarad.
name?
Yeah, Mindsunder.
Didn't Illarad say that someone dimension doored in and got them out?
Yeah. Did it last week.
Treat has been dimension dooring out a bunch of people and survivors in the city, but he hasn't been to the cathedral yet.
Ah. Okay. Well, we might have to go back, honestly. At least some
Do you
of
say
us.
that in character?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it's almost morning. They might be fine just staying there.
Treat would say,
Yeah, but
you'd
but
be
it is
better
still
off waiting
cloudy.
till daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a rest anyway. There's no way. I mean, we're just not in fit condition to face swarms of shadows, even though
Yeah.
they're not replenishing anymore. We need a break.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can leave it to us.
not-
At this point, we've kept them out of the main city, which was hard enough on its own. Do you know the means that this sorcerer was bringing this ridiculous quantity in?
We had a
It
portal.
looked like a summoning circle. It had a ring of flame around it from what we saw.
That's a lot of shadows for one summoning circle.
Yeah,
We
He was
did-
doing
we
it
didn't
over and over.
Yeah, every 18 seconds or so, they would summon more. And we
A
didn't
group of-
see him open the portal, but when he died, the portal closed.
Yeah.
Huh. That would be very expensive.
We thought maybe you could, since you're a priest, you could talk to the dead body and find out more.
I can, but I need a rest first. I'm spent,
Don't
I'm
we all?
afraid.
Yeah.
Alright, so where should we put this so it doesn't rot?
Well, he's going to rot, but that's not going to matter. Is he dead all the way? He finished it?
Yeah, he's dead. Thormir
He's
made
dead.
sure of that.
He kind of goes behind you, Thormir, and lifts up the head and sees the very destroyed face of the kobold. Yep, that's dead. All right.
Oops, ignore that.
Leave that to the side of these. Here, just follow me, and he leads you over to the behind the tents, and there are 3 bodies here of what look like other contractors. You don't recognize the 3 of them. You do recognize their colors. 2 of them are wearing blue and yellow.
That was the orc dudes, right?
That was the first people you met.
Yeah.
2
The
of
half-orc.
these guys were wearing blue and yellow. And he says, just toss him down here with them, and we'll take care of it tomorrow. Well, today.
All right.
Bree, do you want me to start working on helping you with rites and prayers and stuff?
We need to wait for the full death count first.
Okay.
We can't do that until the sun is up.
Will we ever know the full death count? These things replicate based on what they kill, don't they?
Yes, but it takes a few hours.
Also, the fact that they have a select roster of all the people that went in there, so
If
Anyone
someone's missing.
kind of
Yeah.
easy.
Is there anything else that we can do that would be helpful?
At the moment, no. Get rested up in case there's more danger. We're investigating right now as to what actually happened, and your testimony is going to help a lot. So
Yeah.
Good.
get
We
some
were right in
sleep
the
and
thick
make
of
sure you
things.
know what was happening.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I go to my room and I
Yeah,
write
I guess
everything
we're gonna-
down in my journal.
Okay.
Then I take a nap.
Guess we all go back to our dorms and
Yeah. I'm
I mean, we did just long rest pretty recently, but we also had a very long, 4 hours. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
guys
can
can
sleep.
rest. You don't need a... I mean, if you guys want to take a long rest, you can, or you can take a short rest. It's up to you.
I need spells back, so
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I go to my dorm and sleep.
You all go
Yep.
crash?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go.
I don't know if I'm gonna be in character. I don't know if it's actually possible to sleep for 8 hours, do stuff for 4 hours, and then sleep for 8 hours. But you can spend some time meditating and take a bath. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that all long rests have to be.
It doesn't have to be
sleeping.
sleep.
Well, I know that Sam's gonna sleep. He's probably gonna take a shower and sleep.
Yeah.
Wander's definitely gonna go back and clean her clothes because she definitely wiped some dead thing blood on herself.
We got a lot of washing off to do.
So yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely going to be a shower taken at some point and just
Okay.
sleeping. And
Can we long rest button or
You can.
okay?
long rest.
Yay!
So, as your rest comes to an end, and you guys wake up from your various quarters, there's a knock on each of your doors.
Okay, I answer it.
Okay, we'll start
Open?
with Ollie. You open the door, and standing there is a kind of purple-skinned tiefling with really high-reaching horns, and you recognize him as the one who awarded you your armor at the graduating ceremony.
Ah.
And he says, I was hoping I could have a conversation with each of you.
Ollie gives him a little bow and stands straight and says, "What can I do for you?"
Just follow me, please. And he
Okay.
goes to the next door, and one by one, he collects all of you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll bring the book.
Before I leave, I splash some water on my face to wake myself up.
Okay. Yes?
So, quick out of character question. I can change what my prepared spells are, right?
Yes, you can have a long rest.
Okay, I'm going to work on that while we do this.
Okay. He leads you the opposite way as when Purse took you. You're going farther deep into the Castle Merigard. And he leads you around a corner and then through another door with a wide table in it. You see he has a desk at the far side of the room that he is approaching, and he goes to stand beside it. And as he does, he says, "Please have a seat."
We'll sit down.
All of you pile in around the table.
Yeah.
He is standing up at the desk, and he's like, he looks down at some papers that he's making a note on, and he says, "I do not believe we have been formally introduced. My name is Zane. I am the handler of all affairs less than savory here at the Merigard."
What was his name? You cut out a little bit.
Zane.
Yeah.
Zane.
Thane?
Zane.
Type it.
Zain.
Oh. Zane.
I got you. There you go. That's it.
Oh, Zane. Okay. With a Z.
I would like a full accounting from your point of view as to what exactly happened last night.
Would you like it of the entire event, or just the part where we found the shadows?
From the moment after the Minotaur fight.
All right.
Do you want to just read the journal?
No. I would like a full accounting from your whole team. Now.
If I remember right, after the Minotaur fight, we were pretty badly injured, so we went to the cathedral. We set Kithmia, I believe, set an alarm spell around us to alert us in case someone tried to take
You're
our
missing.
things.
We encountered the shadows in between the Minotaur fight and going to the cathedral.
Yeah.
Right.
They were in the alleyway.
Yeah,
Cool.
in that alleyway where they were so densely packed later on that we couldn't push them back.
Yes. One of them drained some of my strength. I thought I was going to die. It was very unsettling.
Yeah, not a good feeling.
Yes.
I fought it a little, but then we retreated after that because of the drain and because
Yeah.
we weren't in a fit state to handle between the Minotaur fight and the strength drain, whatever it was. We weren't in a state to handle the shadows that were swarming in the alleyway. So we decided that we were going to go to the cathedral.
Yeah, and we didn't realize what they were until after we had already gotten to the cathedral, right?
Yeah, we only saw the two in the alleyway, and Kith had dispatched one of them, but the other one had sort of disappeared, and we didn't really want to venture down the alleyway in case there were more after what they had done to Ollie and Thormir. So we just chose to move on to the cathedral.
Did that shadow that you killed drop a token?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I
Yeah.
see it?
There were two of them. We defeated one. It dropped a token, and we went back to the cathedral.
Can I see that token, please?
So Yor handed it, because I believe he had it.
All right.
Pile
So
all the
we'll-
tokens on the table.
Yeah, let's all pull out our tokens and pile them in
One
a
of
stack.
these.
It's one of these.
Okay. So Zane steps around his desk and goes up to the pile of tokens on the table, and he kind of spreads them out with his hand. And one of them is scarred and blackened. And he picks that one up. This was upon the first casualty yesterday.
You're saying that was a person's token?
This was a person's token that a shadow took over.
Oh.
So it was a contractor,
It was.
and that's why it had a token.
We have never and would never incorporate the use of undead as dangerous as shadows. But that is not information you would have. We usually like to use creatures that are controllable, and if we do use undead, it's undead that do not multiply like rabbits. Tell me
Yeah, we did
what
think
happened.
it was a little strange.
Tell me what happened after that fight.
We went to the cathedral and took a shift, long rest. All of
Didn't
us
we
took
take a
2 hours.
short rest first, and then we
No.
left, and then got in the skirmish with the other team, and then went back to the cathedral again to take the long rest?
You're right. Sorry. I don't know what order my brain put those events in, but that ain't right.
Yeah, we stopped at the cathedral and we took a short rest, and when we thought we could go out again, we moved back out, but we noticed
The ambushers.
the ambushers. They were laying in wait. They had set up a trap, and they were waiting for either monsters or another team, and we snuck up on them and defeated them. But afterwards, we were a little beat up again, so we decided to go back into the cathedral and take a long rest. And when we woke up, it was dark, and we realized that the entire outside was just shadows.
When you took the longer rest in the temple, did any of you take watch? Was any of you paying attention?
We were taking watch, but nothing seemed abnormal until we got up and around and actually tried to leave cathedral, and we realized that something was weird with the light, and it was the darkness was acting like those two shadows that we had seen in the alleyway.
At 11 o'clock last night, a wave of shadows washed over the city from the docks. And many contractors managed to escape. Many of them fled, climbed over barriers, headed straight to the Morrigan Academy, and told us what was happening. We set up fortifications, but the cathedral and those in the area was too deep for us to get to right away, as the wall of shadows basically crashed through like a wave. Our diviners could not identify its origin or creation. The storm was assumed to be the cause of that, but with a culprit on our hands and a suspect, we have done our own investigating. Did you see anyone you did not recognize as a contractor aside from the sorcerer you killed?
I don't think so.
Not that I remember.
No.
Other than the weird beings he had, no.
Yeah, he summoned these ghost fire elemental things, but those were definitely not contractors.
Wait,
Definitely not human.
If
What?
you mentioned seeing that weird person
Oh,
or shadow or something.
yeah, there was like a ghosty shadow thing.
It
Kith
was-
will
I think
flip
you
back
described
through
it
her
like-
book.
I think
Hang
you
on, I wrote
described
about
it
it.
like a pale leather-looking thing, right? And it was just facing the wall.
Yeah, I think I wrote about it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Here we are. The house. Yeah, I saw a weird figure. He had black hair, gray clothes, kind of an oily look to him, kind of tall, but not. He wasn't undead. I know that. Thought maybe it was an aberration. Then the that's when we went upstairs after lighting the fire. When we came back down, the fire was out, and then Ollie set that couch on fire.
Yeah, that wasn't as practical as I hoped.
Well, that's okay. We learned a lot about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what he looked like. Black
And
hair,
then when we
gray
left
clothes.
the building and then stopped paying attention to it, the fire on the couch went out, right?
Yep.
Just like that.
Yep.
I
And the dead ogre was gone.
well, that was likely just turned into more undead.
But yeah, I saw that figure a couple times.
Yeah.
What you are describing does not sound familiar to me in the slightest.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't a ghost. I know that.
Yeah.
You are certain it wasn't undead?
I am fairly certain. Lusam said he thought it was an aberration.
Yeah.
Would you stake your life on it not being undead?
That seems very serious.
I think so, yeah.
Considering the
I was
situation,
pretty sure.
yes.
I was pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
I'm pretty
undead.
sure it wasn't. No, actually, I don't know that. Never mind. I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure it wasn't a fae, but I don't.
I
know
made
of
a
any
note
fae
in my
that look
book
like that.
I made a note in the book here that I was pretty sure it wasn't undead, so I think I was pretty confident of that.
Well, after our conversation, you might want to bring that up with Tabernacle. He might have an idea. But I am not educated enough to know.
Okay.
I
So,
would like you to describe the route you took to the boat out on the docks, and then to the academy from the docks.
Well, we were kind of walking. We heard the thunder, and at first we thought it was just thunder, but it was at a very regular time. It was every 18 seconds we could hear a boom. And so we started moving towards the direction that we heard the boom, because at first we just thought it was the Tinkerer's house, but then it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, and this was after we lit our plan originally was to light lights in the houses and create light and that would spill onto the streets. But when we realized that wouldn't work because the fires were going out, we decided to go check out what the booming was.
Zane, do you perhaps have a map of that portion of the city so I could mark it out for you?
I do not.
Well, I will start drawing a rough sketch of the blocks that we took, coming from the cathedral up the 4 houses that we went, and then we turned around, came back straight down around the Tinker's house, came around the far corner of that, and then straight to the docks, over to that kobold ship that was all crappy, and then back out, back to the left if you were looking at it straight down, and then up the main street back to the entrance. That was the path that we took.
I see.
Yeah, and in between the 4 hours and the Tinker's house, there was, I think it was a ghast, but monster.
It didn't
Although
notice
it
us,
wasn't-
so we
it wasn't-
kind of left it.
It didn't notice us, but it also wasn't being attacked by the shadows. I found kind of interesting.
Huh. Do you have good eyes? Would you say you have a knack for spotting things?
Me? No.
You as a group.
Sometimes?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good at
usually.
maths.
Have quite a few people who are perceptive.
You see him, he's making a few more notes. Yeah, he's gone back behind his desk and he's making another few notes. And then he looks up at each of you. I would like... You see he begins to cast a spell. Kith, you recognize it. He's casting Zone of Truth.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you tell anybody?
Truth? I mean, it seems reasonable that he wants to make sure we're telling the truth. So, unless somebody looks alarmed, no.
Okay, all of you, I would like a wisdom saving throw.
Well, if we're not trying to resist it,
If you are trying to resist it, you roll. If you're not, then just let it happen.
Okay.
let it
fine.
happen.
Letting it happen.
Let it happen.
Letting it happen.
Ollie?
Wait. Can I... Do I know what the spell is?
You see him casting a spell. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Ollie, you successfully resist.
I mean, I don't know that I'm not gonna tell the truth, but Ollie is not about letting things happen to her.
Yeah. Mori does not recognize the spell.
Oh god, oh shit. I'm gonna resist it anyway, because I don't freaking trust.
Yeah, if you don't trust him, then you would try to resist. You don't see... There's no, like, physical evidence on your teammates unless they say something to you. That does not resist.
Alright, well, shit.
Okay. After he casts the spell, he looks up at you and he says, I have taken the measure to ensure my next few questions are taken as seriously as possible. I need to know the truth. Have any of you had a conversation with the prismatic tithing?
The what?
The hell is the prismatic
What is
tithing?
that?
I suppose that is enough for me. Have any of you had any interesting conversations with an outsider or someone not from the academy in the last several months?
No.
A conversation that struck you as worth of note.
I mean, other than the weird lady that I saw when I walked in my first day, no.
No, not as far
That
as
would
I
have
know.
not have been a. I mean,
it was odd.
I'm assuming we're not having a conversation about pie right now, so I don't think so.
No, this would
no.
not be about the pie, I don't think.
That baker lady was pretty weird, but no.
I mean, like my first day when I first joined, there was a lady that I met as I walked underneath the archway. A hooded, cloaked lady, very odd way of standing. I don't know if it was just an instructor here that I have yet to meet, but they're very odd.
Describe her for me.
I think I took notes on. I mean, Thormir had actual notes, but I'm not seeing any of the notes in mine. I logistically or quite literally said that he was going to note that down in this book.
Are you describing the very first woman that you met at the entrance to
Yeah.
the academy?
Yeah, right. I think it was right after I signed my name with Perth.
That's one I'm not gonna admit it.
That's Elise.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That would be the warlock instructor, Elise.
Oh. Well, I had never met her before. That was the only run-in I had ever had.
Your discomfort is understandable. She can be strange.
Sorry about that. That would be the only odd encounter I've had whilst.
I might have something, but I'm not sure it's wholly related to this. During my trial, I talked with a druid, but I'm sure Niles already told you about that.
A druid?
Yeah, but I doubt a fae would be behind this. This seems a little too...
Oh, you mean a dryad.
Dryad, yeah, sorry.
Well, I
Guess
just
I'm
think
not
perhaps
wholly
you are a
awake.
little lucky to be standing here right now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I suppose the dryad did not think you were attractive enough. Which, consider that the blessing.
Yeah, I don't
Zane,
wanna
what
be
was that thing that you just said? A prismatic what now?
I'm afraid if you do not know, then you do not need to know.
Well, I was trying to take the notes,
That
and I would
is-
have written it down.
You can write down prismatic tithing if you must. But the less influence this particular group has, the better off we all will be.
Understood. Kill on sight.
I suppose.
So
That or wax in the ears.
if we do encounter anybody that goes under the prismatic tithing title or group name or whatever it is you said, we were allowed to... You're giving us permission to capture them if we can, kill them if we can't?
I mean, we're mercenaries, so
If you
it's not
come
like...
across a member of the prismatic tithing, and you kill them, I will be very upset with you. But if you come across
Wanna
one
talk to
and you
them.
are able to capture them, you will receive a very significant reward. However, I do not expect any member of the prismatic tithing to be dumb enough to be caught by anyone.
Especially the rookies.
So what was the third question?
I don't think he
I
asked it
haven't
yet.
asked it yet.
Yeah.
I think that's what the point was. We were trying to move along.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the point.
Oh.
He's writing notes right now. He then says, the final question I have for you is, and you are under a spell, so should you hesitate, that might be answer enough to me. In the last week, have any of you had any misguided dealings against the Marigard or its contents?
No.
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 No?
Okay. In that case, you feel the spell disappear.
That was a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's like a tickle in the back of your mind that you didn't know was there. I consider my investigation complete. My diviners saw much of what you said. Your stories line up with theirs. There were a few instances we could not see what was happening, but that is typical when inside the cathedral, or when undead interference becomes so pronounced that it is impossible to see.
You think Niall would know anything about the creature, considering it's an undead?
Of the shadows, or the other
Yeah.
one?
No, of the leather bag looking thing with gray clothes.
Oh, the one that you are certain is not an undead.
Right. Fuck. Sorry, I am not awake.
I do not know.
Have to go
You
wild.
might want to ask him about it. He knows all sorts of
Yeah.
shit. I have no clue.
Like this guy. He's very forthright about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shut up for the rest of the time before I embarrass myself more.
As a total, we lost 4 contractors. Considering the tragedy that was last night, I consider that a blessing.
Yeah, we got lucky.
16 contractors went down due to strength loss. Treat was able to save all of them but 4.
We got lucky.
Yes. That could have
Will
been
there be a
dangerous.
funeral?
And
There will
If-
I should like to attend it.
if I may, what precautions were there against something like this? Because I know you must have had something, but obviously against a mass like that, not a lot's gonna stand against that.
be. Define what you mean, precautions.
Boarded barriers, magic circles, cliffs of warding, things like that.
There was a reason we told you not to climb the wooden boarding.
Alright.
All the instructors were also paying close attention to the borders. And for most of the night before the festival, the city was made secure and empty of civilians.
It sounds to me, I know I'm not an investigator or anything like some of you, but it sounds to me like the only way for something like this to get in was through the docks.
Yeah.
And
so maybe
someone had to know that the only way for something like this to get in was through the docks.
That is what we're trying to find out.
There was that
Uh,
smaller boat behind the bigger one.
yeah.
That is
Wasn't that-
where
wasn't that the
that
one we
is the
saw?
newcomer. That was the kobold ship.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you need someone to go and swim down there and investigate, I can breathe water. So
I will make a note of it.
not really my place, but maybe next time we do this, maybe a blockade. Doesn't have to be iron tight, just enough to give us a warning of, oh hey, a ship's coming. Because that kobold definitely was not powerful enough to shield an entire ship with invisibility.
We had a wall of force out in front of the docks.
But perhaps he dispelled it. It was also the arcane persuasion.
It takes a lot
Maybe,
to
but-
remove walls of force, more than just a dispel.
Yeah. And doesn't the caster get alerted if their wall is dispelled, right?
They do.
So
That makes it all the more worrying.
Yeah, because
that must
you
mean
said you
When-
said that the
When we investigated, the wall of force was still there, which is
But they
our
started
concern.
from the inside.
Yeah.
Is it possible it went under the water? No, it didn't have a top.
I'm glad
Could
you
it
could
have
answer your
teleported
own
in?
question. I do not know. That's what we're trying to find out. Our diviners see no evidence of it. From what we can tell, it's like it was there the entire time, though it was not during our search before the beginning of the festival.
Yeah.
Have some type of teleportation.
Or maybe just really good camouflage.
Something, because you said that the shadows washed over the city, like, en masse all at once, but when we were on the ship and they were being summoned, they were only summoning, like, a handful every 18 seconds.
What if
So-
he summoned them all and kept them on the ship until he released them all at
That's
once?
what I was wondering, if he was there, or if whoever was summoning it, if it wasn't this kobold, if this kobold was just keeping the portal open.
Yeah.
They would have had to been
Possible.
there summoning for quite some time to have that many to just attack the city all at once.
The disappointing
Yes.
part is, now that we've had this investigation to this point, something of importance was stolen from the Miragard Academy during the night.
What was it? Or are you allowed to tell us?
I am not. I can tell you it was an important relic. I can tell you it was powerful. I don't know much more than that.
Well, that's...
I can tell you we are confident this was all a distraction.
So they could steal the relic?
So they could steal the relic.
Sugar
So
snaps.
they could get in the Miragard Academy whilst our instructors were out dealing with the threat.
Is there any way to I don't know. Can you,
Track it?
yeah, magically?
I wish it were so simple.
What's that spell called where you look at things from far away?
You are speaking of scry.
Maybe?
Or are you speaking of locate object?
I think I meant the other one where there's
Right.
where you look from like when you have a ball and you look in it.
Scry. I'm afraid that is a fairly easy spell to fight if you know it's coming.
Sugar snaps. Yeah.
Maybe as a precaution, glyph of warding a trace spell or something on it, if it wouldn't damage it. On the rest of the artifacts the Academy has, whatever they may be.
Well, it's a little like
You are kind of amusing.
shutting the gate after the cows are
I have
gone.
lots of ideas. Most of them are garbage.
It's when you have the amount of time on your hands that a brass dragon has, any and all precautions you can think of have probably been done.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Sorry.
I don't
I
know
hit
how
mute on
this
the wrong
relic was.
software.
It's okay. I don't know how this relic was relieved without any magical alert. I can't even bring you into the room that they're in without the whole castle locking down.
Well, that
Wow.
seems bad. Do you? Is there anything? I know you can't tell us what artifact it was, but is there anything about the particular artifact that would suggest who might want it?
There are a few things.
Or is it?
I can tell you it was a powerful artifact used for summoning.
Did it perhaps make something summon in a ring of fire?
No.
So then, maybe the stealing happened earlier than we thought. While the academy was observing the fairgrounds, maybe they snuck in, and then when night fell, they released the shadows to keep you busy and occupied while they got away.
That is what I assume, which is why I was trying to determine what direction you were moving about, as you were one of the only teams in the city for much longer after the wave hit.
Yeah. We got lucky. We were in the cathedral when it happened.
I don't know if you realize how lucky you got.
Not entirely, no.
Yeah.
let's just say that some of the contractors who did survive are going to be permanently retiring for emotional trauma.
Oh my.
Don't blame them. That is terrifying.
I can't even imagine.
Echo, question.
Yes?
Can I think back?
Yes.
That guy that I saw, was he always facing like the same direction?
He was always facing directly away from you.
Okay. He always looked like he was walking away from me.
He didn't look like he was walking.
Floating, whatever.
He looked like he was standing against a wall, looking away from you.
Alright, I'm gonna bring that up right now. Just as a point. You know, something that got in against all these defenses and stuff, that figure I saw, every time I saw it, it was always facing away from me. And then it was just gone again.
Huh.
Maybe there's some kind of other planar, I don't know, way of moving or something?
There could be. But we can hypothesize all we like. Right now we have an ongoing investigation to figure out how one would even beat Tabernac's security system.
So I'm saying this might be a key, but I don't know.
Bring it to Tabernac. He might value the information. Though, make sure the rest of your afternoon is empty.
Alright. Okay if I go catch up with Treat now? I want to help him.
I believe that is everything I had to tell you, and you've answered my questions, so you are all free to go.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go to the forge.
You go to the...
I'm gonna follow Thormir, because I need my armor repaired pretty badly.
Mr. Zane,
Yes?
your spell didn't work on me, but I didn't lie.
I could tell.
You shouldn't just rely on spells. That's all I meant.
Wow.
Jesus.
I really hope I'm out of the room at this point.
Roll me...
I think you are. You were leaving, so I mean.
Yeah, I'm out.
Roll me a persuasion check?
Okay.
Wow.
What?
Give
I'm
me
helping.
Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sure he sees it that way. Oh boy.
Ollie is helping really well.
So, Zane is sitting at his desk as you tell him this. And he kind of looks up at you. And he kind of opens his hand in a... What? And he says, I felt resistance, though you were the only one.
Uh-oh.
And that
Ollie kinda
does not...
shrugs.
That does not... how do I say?
You'll trust it or you won't. That's up to you. I didn't want you to think that I was trying to hide something just because I didn't let it happen.
Ollie under Tritos. I do
Yes?
not trust any of you.
Aww.
That's good. You shouldn't.
It is a matter of the profession. However, if you tell me that you intentionally resisted a truth spell, which I am glad that you told me, though not glad that you did it.
I didn't know what it was. I just don't like magic being used on me.
I understand that, and I did not warn you. I suppose in the future... Well, I can't even tell you to trust me, because I don't trust you. So...
If you weren't an ally, I certainly wouldn't have told you that I did that. Anyway, I guess it's not important.
Your advice is noted. It perhaps ignored.
Okay. She gives a little bow and then leaves.
He just kind of looks back down at his desk and shakes his head a little bit.
Like what was that? Why?
Yeah.
Day 3 on the job. Ollie goes and tells one of the masters, your methods suck.
Look, I'm helping.
Sure.
Not too bright though.
Thormir, you go to the blacksmith.
Yup. And I'm with him.
I've got a blue boy with me.
Thormir and Lusam, you guys approach the forge. Is anyone else with you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, as you approach, you hear the kind of frantic banging of hammer on steel, and it's faster than normal, and you can see there is a slew of damaged armor piled up next to the side of the blacksmith.
Sounds about right.
And
Hey, Secco.
don't startle me!
Did you not hear the clingy clang of my armor? I'm kind of loud.
Over my own hammer? Are you kidding me?
Touche.
What have you got to fix? On top of all
man,
this
no.
bullshit.
You know I'm here to help.
Oh. Good, grab tongs. Get that in the forge.
I'm right over.
And you? What have you got broken?
Just chainmail.
Oh, it's the worst
Honestly,
fucking
it
kind.
should
Give me it.
probably be better be replaced. Honestly, it's half.
Yeah, you kind of got gored by a minotaur, bro.
Yeah. Not to mention I got pretty badly sliced with an axe.
Forgot about that.
She takes your chainmail that you hold forward and she kind of lays it out over the anvil after she's tossed the billet back in the forge. You see the forge has like 6 things heating up in there right now.
Is there anything I can do to help in the meantime? I've got water powers, so I can help quench stuff.
I have a
I don't
quench
know
tank,
much, but
and it's not filled with water.
that's
we use
fair.
oil.
Ah, okay.
Do you know how to
Well.
use a hammer?
I can bang on things, but I'm not trained as a blacksmith now.
Then no, go away.
Okay. Thank you. I'm gonna back out and head back up to my dorm room.
See you, Lusam.
So, yeah.
Okay, Thormir, you are doing things that you are proficient in.
Mhm.
So this is going to be kind of a strange check.
Alrighty.
I'd like you to tell me what your strength modifier is and your dexterity modifier.
+1?
Both of them are +1.
No, +4 to strength, +1 to dexterity.
Okay. Add those together,
5.
divide it by 2,
2.5.
add your proficiency modifier.
4.5.
Okay, so we'll round it down to 4 because you don't use upper fractions on D&D. So,
Okay.
roll a d20 plus 4.
Okay.
This is a smithing check.
Can I use
Wow.
that inspiration to get advantage on that? Because I'm not screwing this shit up again.
You can.
Are you?
Wow.
Rude.
You're off your game, Thormir.
Oh boy.
It's a higher modifier than the old one, too. Okay, so you are having a hard time. You are keeping up in pace, but it's quickly becoming apparent that Sekka is having to redo the work that you're doing. And after a moment, she says, why don't you go get some rest?
Okay.
I appreciate
Just a
it,
little
but
spooked.
not today. Go clear your head.
Alright. And I'll leave the forge.
You see her, as you're leaving, she, like, picks up Lusam's chainmail, and where the rings are knocked loose, and you hear just fuck, son of... I hate linking!
I hate you, Roll20.
It happens.
It's always been those checks, the blacksmithing checks. Absolute garbage. And that's the one thing my character was built upon.
It's a hard knock life for you.
Okay, Lusam, what are you doing now that you've left? You were kind of yelled out of the forge.
I'm heading back up to the Marigrad Academy. I'm gonna look for Niall and go and talk to him for a while. But I want to save like the actual like talking bit for the thing we talked about. If that's all
What?
right. I asked you if him and I could have a.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that then. Okay. Kiwi, what are you doing? Excuse me. Mori, what are you doing?
I suppose after all this, I'm going to go back to the library.
Tabernacle's library?
Of course.
Okay, so you go up the stairs and you notice that Tabernacle is asleep.
Oh, yeah, after the events of today, I'm not surprised. Can I find any research on, like, the summoning portal that was used?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Investigation. Oh my god, I'm good at that.
You go to the Conjuration School section and you start looking through what they have. And you find a few sources, a few explanations of spells like Banish and Gate, which are a little gates of way over your head. But you do see a lot of alternate explanations of summoning and ways you can set them up for less component cost.
Did any of these seem familiar to the same ritual used?
With a
Like that
19, I would say you find a couple examples that could be close. It's hard to tie down based entirely off memory, and you didn't know what components were actually used to make the portal, but you did see the portal afterward. So I would say roll me another investigation check. Okay, you narrow down your search, and you do find one book that you think has what you need in it.
Can I bring that to the guy that was talking to us, like, investigating?
Oh, Zane, yes, you can.
Yes, same.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring that to, like, bring this information to him. And see if he can make up anything of that.
You crack open the door, and he is still at his desk, and he just kind of looks up at you and is just, yes? What is it?
I think I found something on the kobold sorcerer and the spells that they used.
He takes the book from you, and he starts kind of leafing through it. After a moment, he does come across a spell, and he kind of holds up the page to you, and you see a open ring of stones with what looks like a red portal in the bottom, and he says, "Is this what it looked like?"
It's because the red sounds familiar.
Yeah, it is. It's the same thing.
Okay. Yes.
He kind of looks it over, and he says, well, that is helpful. It tells us that the kobold was not working on his own. This is the sort of portal one would use to connect to another one. Great. Okay. I suppose it was granted that we were dealing with a larger group. I was hoping it wasn't that complicated. We have no way of knowing where that portal went to.
Is there a organized group that are reading us?
Oh, God, we do not have many friends.
That's a good point.
And we have powerful relics that many people would want for ill doings or good doings, and we guard them or keep them away from those who shouldn't have them. Okay, is this from Tabernacle's library?
It is.
Alright, I'll be sure to return it to him tomorrow morning, or he'll eat me. Was there anything else?
I think that is it for now.
Well, I appreciate the information.
Thank you. Then I will step out.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
Not for now. I think resting is fine.
Okay. Kith,
Yes.
what do you do?
I'm gonna go chase down Treat. Help.
Okay.
Do I find him?
Yeah, he's not hard to find. He's dealing with the injuries and dealing with his own problems with what just happened. And you see him, he's out in the front courtyard still handling people, though you do see a lot of people are looking much better than they were before.
Great. I have some more healing I could help with.
Ah! Yes, I could use the hand.
And I was going to go find Tabernacle to see if I could talk to him.
Okay. So how long do you spend helping treat?
I guess 2 hours, until I run out of spells and help with.
Roll medicine check.
Now. 23.
Okay. Yeah, you do well. It's quick to isolate the problems that a lot of these contractors have. Most of them have slash wounds and are clearly drained of strength. And while there's not much you can do for the strength drain, you help get them patched up and stitch up the wounds, heal them up. Most of them are, it's clear they just need rest.
Okay. I'll make them comfortable, assure them that the threat is over, we found it, it's been taken care of, and all that.
Well done.
Answer the questions I can. I'm sure they all want to know stuff.
I mean, most of them just ask what the hell happened.
I'll tell them there was some kind of portal that was letting the shadows in, but we stopped that threat, and they're still trying to figure out the cause of it all.
Most of them, I would say, are content with that answer. Some of them are concerned as to where that all came from and why that happened.
I will tell them to talk to Zane.
Some of them are like, who?
I don't know, some guy named Zane. Other contractors?
Okay. Yeah, they're contractors. Zane, you get the impression Zane doesn't make, direct conversation with contractors too often.
Do I get weirded out nobody knows who he is, or just that most people don't know who he is?
There's a few people who do know who he is.
Okay, so he's not some weird person that hijacked us and questioned us. Okay. Because that thought crossed my mind for a moment. Put it past you. Okay.
I wouldn't put it past me either, but that's not what happened.
And then I have a question out of character. Tabernacle, have we spoken with him before?
No.
No, I've never seen him. I just know he's the dragon.
Nope. You know there's a brass dragon about.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask Treat, if I wanted to go talk to Tabernacle, because Zane suggested it, what's the best way to go about that?
Oh, the West Tower? Just go up to the top. He's up there.
Go up there?
Yeah.
No, I kind of look bite-sized, right?
To be fair, we all look bite-sized to him.
Big is it?
Big.
Go up there.
Yes.
Okay, alright. Well, it's been nice knowing you. Maybe I'll take Ollie with me.
I mean,
Definitely
just don't threaten the guy.
Okay.
It's
alright.
a dragon, they're prideful.
I don't know anything about dragons, actually.
Okay, I will break this down for you. Dragons are really proud. If you insult them, they'll eat you.
Hey, I will not insult him.
Otherwise, he's pretty easy to get along with. He's a brass dragon. I guess they just like to talk at everybody for hours.
Warned of that. Okay. Need anything else before I go find him?
I don't think so.
Hey, do you know anything about and I'll explain that oily, shadowy thing that I saw.
Hold on.
All the details. Hold on.
I was rolling.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I'll go ask Tabernacle. Have you heard of, and I'll lower my voice, have you heard of a group called the Prismatic Tithing?
The what?
Okay, never mind. You don't
Okay.
hear anything. And I will leave.
Okay.
and see if I can find Ollie, because I really don't want to go meet this dragon alone.
Hey, Ollie, what are you doing?
Well, I was originally going to try to find something useful to do, but I don't know that Ollie has any ideas for anything useful to do.
I think after your meeting with Zane, Vizig would have caught you for tea.
Okay. So I had tea with Vizig.
He probably would have asked you, like, politely what happened and if you're doing all right.
Ollie will tell the whole story to Vizig.
He gets excited when you mention jumping off the house and crushing the statue with your weight.
Yeah, that was
Jump
a good
off
moment.
another house, too?
Yeah. One of them was not on purpose.
Yeah.
I think I wrote it that way in the book, though.
I'm always jumping off of things.
So...
Look, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and then it kind of, it was a trap, so that happened.
It's always a trap.
But I think the most, honestly, I think the most useful thing that I did the whole time, which wasn't combat at all, was just keeping the fire lit when we were trying to make light guide people back to the cathedral.
Then that was a valuable use of your skills. And I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And then Kith blasts through the door like Kool-Aid Man. No, she doesn't.
Hey!
Oh, hey, Kithmia.
Hey! Want some Kool-Aid? No.
Oh my fucking god, it was a bad joke.
Alright,
Oh, Lord.
I need to go see Tabernacle. Do you want to come with me? Please? Please come with me. Please?
All right. I don't know how much help I'm going to be but if you need me with you, I will go.
It's a dragon. I would really like you to come with me.
Again, don't know how much help I'm going to be, but if you need me with you, I will go.
I do.
If he tries to eat you, you do have a wide stick. You can prop the jaws open.
That's a good idea. I will definitely... If we get to the point where the dragon who lives here is trying to eat us, I will prop his mouth open with my stick.
Tell him I said so.
So that he can't.
Tell him I said you would do that.
Okay. I think I'm being used for a joke, but I don't mind.
That's fine if it makes him happier and not eat us.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we're going to go find Tabernacle's tower.
It's the west or east? One of the two. Whatever one I was told. I go that way.
West.
It's really tall.
West!
There's lots of
East.
stairs.
West? You know.
Wumbo.
Okay. So you guys go up the stairs. And the west tower is pretty big. I think it's the fourth story up, you finally come to a door that you've never been here before. But it's the only door that you see, and then the stairs end.
Okay, this must be it. He said just, I think, did he say knock at the door? I don't remember. I'm really nervous now. You go first, okay?
Okay. Knock, knock.
Uh...
Open the door.
When you open
Peek
the
around
door,
it.
you look in, and there is a huge library straight up front of you and to the left, and you see just thousands and thousands of books and scrolls and parchments across all sorts of tables. And you see works of just fancy art and brass linings along the wall. And you see the room kind of impossibly stretches out to a huge wooden-made cavern to the right. And this room is gigantic. There's no way this is actually at the top of the tower. This room is enormous. And
A lot of books.
you see on the far right of the room, next to what looks like a practice area for other spells, you see, sleeping on a very large pile of cushions, a huge brass dragon. It's very warm in here.
He's sleeping, but there's a lot of books in here.
So many books.
Look who's woken up.
Wow.
Oh, hey!
Wait,
Yor
He's awake?
exists. No, not the dragon, just Yor.
Oh, hey, he's awake.
Yay!
I told you it was an hour and a half. I
were
told
right.
you it would be an hour and a half.
Good morning, Yor.
I
morning.
wasn't asleep. My internet's been out for 2 fucking hours.
Aww.
Only
Sorry.
someone had his phone number.
Well, I mean, even if he'd had his phone number, if his internet
It wouldn't
was
have
out, he
helped,
couldn't-
but at least we would have known.
Yes.
Yeah. You would have just been
I am
sad.
so sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't your fault.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
Yeah. Just to let you know on what's happened, headmaster dude that gave us our armor took us aside and made us go under a spell that made us tell the truth. I forget the name of it because I'm tired.
Zone of
Share the notes with you
truth.
too.
Zone of
Thank you.
truth.
Basically,
fun.
Zone of Truth and made us swear that we
The
weren't
only
working
spell
with
Clint
anyone that was
McElroy
working with the
knows.
kobold or anything.
Nice.
A relic has been stolen from the academy. Shadows. The kobold wasn't working alone. We don't know who he was working with, though. There's currently an investigation going. Ollie and Kithmia are currently talking with a brass dragon. Wish them luck. I'm off talking with Niall somewhere, but that's not included with this. And Thormir, what are you doing?
I'm probably sulking back to my room after failing epically at the forge.
Oh.
But also, to quell your previous concerns, good old Yor, my friend, there were things in place to try to stop that kind of crap from spreading or going anywhere.
It was just
was-
so many.
There
that
was
it
just so
overpowered
many
them.
that it overpowered the wards.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I also went to my professor's library, Tabernacle the Dragon, by the way, and found some information on the portal used to summon all the shadows and brought it back to Zane, the investigator. Where this...
Zane is the dude that gave us the armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think that's everything that's happened? Oh, and apparently there's this group called the Iridescent...
Jesus Christ. The prismatic,
Prismatic
tithing.
tithing. And it's in the notes I sent him.
Davis Lorenzo.
I'm sorry, I'm on 2 hours of sleep.
But that wasn't even close.
Fuck up!
So wait, does this count as a mass murder mystery?
No.
No,
Oh,
only 4 people
only-
died.
Only
Oh,
4
really?
of the contractors died.
Yeah,
As
the rest
far
were
as-
just
we
clearly
haven't been
wounded.
told if there are any civilian deaths. I assume there's not, because the city was evacuated before the festival.
I guess that's what I'm
And-
assuming, but like,
There,
Only-
there's a lot of people injured, but only 4 of them have died.
Yeah,
There were
and a good amount of
16
con-
that were in critical were going to die, and of them, Treat was able to save 12.
okay.
And a good amount of them will be retiring as contractors.
Yeah.
Because, oddly enough, the nightmare of a wall of shadows collapsing on you is enough to cause some PTSD.
But
Who
yeah,
would've-
we have this
who
thing called
would've
plot
guessed?
armor.
If you're not afraid of the dark. No, you guys were in a cathedral. There's no plot armor, folks.
I mean, we walked
We
out
just got
and
lucky.
all of it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm already used to spooky shit happening. It's like,
If you guys were out in the city when that happened, you guys would have been out in the city when that happened.
yeah. No, it would have been
Bad.
terrible.
Okay,
Bad
so I guess Kith and Ollie are in this library right now.
Yes. You kind
Is
of
this the
in the
biggest
distance.
library
It's huge.
I've ever seen?
Oh yeah, this thing's massive. And in the background, you just hear.
Okay. I will.
I really
creep
don't want to interrupt
inside.
nap time, Kith.
I'm supposed to talk to him. Let me just see if he's dozing, and if not, I will leave a note.
Okay.
I'll clear my throat. Mr. Dragon?
One huge orange eye just opens to look at you.
Oh.
We're really sorry to disturb you. It wasn't our intention.
There's something important I needed to ask you about.
You kind of hear muscles stretching as the dragon's head lifts up and gives you his full attention.
Oh, God.
Stand behind Ollie.
What?
Get your stick ready.
I'm not. Okay. This is not a threatening move.
So
I'm not
this
making
is
any
Ollie,
threatening.
and I'm Kithmia, and we were out in the city during the big shadow attack.
Isaac said to tell you that if you try to eat us, I'm supposed to put my stick in your mouth.
He would say that, wouldn't he? I apologize for my lethargy. I had a long night.
No, it's fine. Totally understand.
Really don't want to disturb you. Very sorry about that.
What can I do for you, halflings?
So we saw something during the attack overnight that nobody really knows what it was. So Zane suggested I ask you.
Well, it was very right of him to say so. I have seen many overnight attacks in my lifetime. Did you know in the town of Quarterstone there was once an inslate of undead from the elven territories of Kao? And I had to move all of my lair's belongings out of that whole domain, as they brought a blue dragon with them. And that was one of the most frustrating things in my life. I normally have many friends on my own.
You guys get the impression he's going to talk about this
until
you
how
stop.
you're gonna
Grandpa.
go.
No.
I will eventually say, Mr. Dragon Tabernacle, sir.
Hmm?
Can I ask real quick, and then I would love to hear your stories.
Well, of course
Seriously?
you would. Do
So
ask.
this thing that I saw, it wasn't undead, but it was like this kind of oily, shadowy, weird-looking thing, and it had like black hair and gray clothes, and every time I saw it, like it was like looking away from me, and I'd see it, and then it'd be gone.
Was it taller than you?
Yes.
Hmm.
My friend thought maybe it was an aberration, but we weren't sure.
You see Tabernacle's kind of like scratching at his huge draconic chin with a single claw, and he kind of looks down at you and he says,
How many times have you seen this entity?
2.
Has anybody else seen it alongside you?
Nobody else saw it.
The
Right.
The dragon kind of reaches closer to you and kind of taps you on the head with a single talon. It's a little sharp, and he's really strong, but it doesn't hurt. And he says,
I think, perhaps, the answer lies in an illusion played on you, child.
Why on me?
Have you any enemies?
I don't think so.
No individuals that you've made angry?
I don't think so.
The bar.
Then perhaps it is
Oh,
entirely...
yeah, there was that guy at the... No, I didn't punch the guy at the bar.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a few people that I don't like, but they don't know me.
Then I have a couple suppositions. It could be one of the great old ones bleeding into your mind. Or
What's that?
they are not friendly, but they don't care about you. If you were to slip into one of their dreams, then you are slipping into madness.
So you're thinking that because I saw this, I'm going crazy?
It could be.
Well, then why would the fires have been gone out if there wasn't something that extinguished them? I don't think Kith is crazy. I mean, not for that reason, anyway.
If not an illusion, it is a creature I am not familiar with. And that is not a thing I get to say often.
Are you sure we aren't just describing it badly?
That is entirely possible.
I mean, sorry, Kith.
Common is not the best language for describing.
We could speak halfling if it would be better. Probably not.
So.
Halfling is really good for describing food, but I don't think that would work really good for this.
So you don't think this thing that I saw is related to the attack?
If it is, that would be terrifying for the city.
And do you think that if it is, it's one of these great old ones?
I believe if it is something I do not recognize, it is something so far beyond my power that is either a great old one, or it is something I would not know if it were right in front of me.
The only time I've ever seen this was during the shadows that were attacking.
I think perhaps you need a larger sample size.
Okay.
If it happens again, we should be worried.
Okay. Think there might be anything here in this library about it?
Of strange entities that I do not recognize.
Yeah.
I have read every book in this library.
This is an amazing library.
Thank you. You are welcome to borrow a tome. But if you do not return it within 24 hours, I will eat you.
Really? That would be amazing. Could I just read them in here? That way I don't have to take them anywhere?
That is perfectly fine.
Oh, thank you.
You are in my lair. Consider yourself a friend.
That's very kind. I'm not very good at books, so if that's what you're going to do, I think I'm probably going to go away.
Yeah, okay, I'll be here. Could you let the others know what he said? Is that okay?
I mean, the thing where he said that it probably wasn't real and you might be crazy? Sure,
No, let's leave that part out. You know what? Never mind. Don't just say that he wasn't really sure.
Oleander Tree Toes.
Yes, sir?
Do pass on the message that I always appreciate a toothpick.
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And I apologize again for disturbing your nap.
It is all right. I am going to go back to sleep.
Okay. I'm going to go away.
Quiet as a halfling.
Okay.
The giant dragon's huge head thuds back down on the stage, and it's back to sleep.
All right.
Wonder,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, Wonder hates to feel useless, so instead of just doing nothing, she is gonna go back outside to the courtyard. And she can't really help heal people, but she can get people things. She can get water. She can help them move around, etc. So she's gonna go outside and help in any way that she can, just so she's not sitting and thinking about this, attack that happened that they were kind of powerless to stop, because she doesn't do very well with the whole being powerless against magic thing.
As you're kind of running around and helping with all those who are injured and trying to rest, you bump into the human cleric Treat a few times, and the first time he just kind of glances at you like you're just someone passing through, and the second time he gives you a longer look, And after 3 times, he's like, all right, what do you want? What are you doing here?
Just trying to help.
Oh. All right, well.
I don't like not doing anything.
I can understand that. Has Persh given you a new assignment yet?
No, not yet. Not as far as I know, not yet. We talked to Zane a little bit earlier, and we're just kind of waiting around for what happens next.
Well, if I were you, I would get out of the grounds. Just get away from all this to get it out of your head.
Probably a good idea.
I'm sure Persh will come up with something. He always does. Speaking of which, your wherever you are, Persh is tracking you down. So we'll address that in a minute.
Make sure to get to find him and figure out where we go from here.
Okay. So yeah, your Persh is like running up to you.
Right.
Wherever the hell you are, which that's a good question. Where are you?
After everything that's happened, I probably slipped away at some time, not when everything important was being discussed or whenever, if something was needed, I'd probably just slip away back to a quiet spot to kind of ruminate on everything and possibly talk.
Okay. So yeah, you find a secure location.
His name, god damn it.
Otenek.
Otenek, yes. There we go. Speaking to Otenek to see what he has to say about literally all of that.
What do you say?
I thought I could only deal with one shadow. That was an ordeal.
Those were not my kin. Those were not my kind.
I know they weren't.
Those were foolish and hungry. Pointless and angry.
And a lot of them are now dead again because of that same hunger, it seems. The one who summoned them and the ones holding the strings to this whole affair. I've never even heard of them until now.
Are you asking him who they are? Or were you just saying?
Oh, I'm mostly just... It's a mix of him talking to himself and him for asking for advice. He's not used to, talking to an actual voice in his head. Strangely enough.
They don't sound law-abiding. I don't like law-abiding.
Well, we'll get to that problem when that problem arises. If they're going to be a thorn in our side, we'll deal with it. Maybe even hunt down your whereabouts, if we can, from them. Seeing as how they orchestrated this, I don't put it past anyone of their ilk to have at least some info.
Most would guess the Shadowfell.
Yeah. Problem is getting there and back.
I wouldn't recommend it for a mortal.
Yeah. Again, that's going to be the hard part. We even get there. With that, he's going to kind of he's probably just going to snap his eyes open, exhale, and just stand up and walk around to see if he can find any of the higher-ups that they were talking to earlier. It's like, I'm not going to do anything good just sitting around here. Might as well.
As you come around the hall, you bump into Persh. And Persh is like, Ah!
Oh.
I've been looking for you.
Oh, same, kinda. What do you need?
Well, I have, some good news.
He's like rustling in a bag behind him, and he says,
Your team did the best until everything went to hell, and so it was agreed upon that you receive the magic item that was the reward.
Oh, thank you, I guess. Kinda.
It's nothing big, it's most of the money was spent on the creatures and the staging, but...
Yeah.
and he pulls out what looks like a heavy backpack, and he hands it to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. It's a, haversack.
Ooh.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. I'd assume so. Those, as soon as he says monsters, you're just gonna have a PTSD flashback of the fucking, Minotaurs. It's like, those Minotaurs probably cost a lot.
Aye, yeah, they did. They were brought back by, one of the other teams.
Mm-hmm.
You alright, by the way?
Don't worry, my insides are back where they belong.
I heard that, that was not the case.
It wasn't for a while, but let's just say it hurt and move on.
Fair enough. I do have an assignment for you if you're ready.
I'll take a look at it now if you don't mind.
Sure, follow me.
And he heads back over to his desk.
Yep, and I follow.
When you get there, he pulls out a file, and he says,
So, we had a weird report. You are our current most active recon team, and so you are to be deployed if you're willing to take it. In the town of Siren's Reach, there was a complaint of missing help and a lack of leadership, which is strange to us, as they just told us they elected a new mayor 6 months ago. Usually these strange forthcomings come from something much bigger, and so we are sending reconnaissance to go find out.
It doesn't seem as difficult as wading through a sea of shadows, but you never know. I'll definitely take a look into that.
I have faith that you'll do fine. It's up by the Golden Cascades, so you're going to have a little bit of a journey through some forests, and then you can take the river ferry up the River Rhyme. So we'll provide you a caravan and driver up to the ferry house.
Alright, sounds good. And we'll gladly take that job then.
Alright, you can choose to leave whenever you like. Just head down to the stable and let them know you're ready to go, and they'll secure your caravan.
Alright.
I do request you make it quick, though.
Of course. I'll try and gather up my team from wherever they happen to be now.
Now, before you go, you should know this is a reconnaissance mission. It is your decision if you go any farther than that.
Of course.
You are only entitled to figure out what is happening, and if you can't, just tell us how it is. If you want to solve it, that's on you. Because we don't know what's going on, it's not the safest ground, so we're sending reconnaissance first.
That's... Of course. We'll be careful, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I'm telling you to do.
Off I go then.
Okay, so you go to collect everybody?
Well, keyword try to collect, because I don't know where everyone else went to.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
You see Maury,
We're scattered
who's heading
everywhere.
over toward the personal quarters.
I'm just gonna kind of wave her down quickly, and then if she gets over here, just gonna describe the job to her, or what we're supposed to specifically do.
I would say
And I'm just
it doesn't take you long to find everybody. You catch Wander, and you find Lusam, Lusam's looking a little pouty as he's coming back in. And you find Thormir. You find everybody.
Well, Kith isn't leaving that library, so...
Okay. You find everybody but Kith.
Yeah.
Well, and Ollie can tell you where Kith is.
Okay.
He's in the library.
Do we have to go drag her out of there, or?
I'll lead them to the library as I know where it is. So.
Okay. You guys climb the tower and you open up the door into the wizard's training room, and you see Kith with her head straight down in a book. And a huge, gigantic brass dragon sleeping on the stage in the back of the room.
Oh, holy gods.
Well, that's
Quiet,
okay. I guess that explains the dragon last night.
He's had a long day. I'm sure we shouldn't wake him.
Okay then. Just gonna. Okay.
His nap has already been interrupted at least once. We should just try to be quiet.
Yeah. Is Kith asleep, or is she fully awake and she's just hyper focused on that book?
Oh, she's probably got like 4 books piled around her that she's looking at.
She's reading. That's her reading face.
Ah. I'm just gonna tap on her shoulder lightly.
Hey.
Hey, we've got a job. Kith, I've kind of filled in everyone else, but I was hoping that you would be down there, not in a tower somewhere, locked away.
Hey, so do we ever get anything for all of those tokens we got, or is that just...
Oh,
Guys, shh! Dragon's sleeping.
You
I
just
was
hear
just
in the
asking.
background.
Hang on. I'm going to put the books away, and I'll come out in the hall.
Okay.
Just let me finish this one page.
I'm gonna look at that one page to see how long it is.
Prick, now that I'm in here, I want to go read more.
No, god damn it, no. It's like a disease.
nerds?
Knowledge is the best form of
Knowledge.
disease.
The
Don't
worst
even.
disease.
You glance at the page that she was reading, and it's like, the last sentence on the page is explaining the difference between someone who's dead and someone who's undead, and someone who's dead but being used as like a puppet.
Oh, I would know a lot about this.
Really?
I do
Well-
read a lot.
Morgan, do you mind helping me put these books away? And then I'll be
Sure.
done quicker.
And I
Time
take
for
books
2 more pages.
and put them, I assume, where they belong in the necromancy section.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
if
some
they're on
strange
undead, they're
form
from
of
necromancy.
quicker that
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
not previously aware of.
Okay, alright. It takes her maybe 3 or 4 pages, but she does eventually tear herself away from the book.
You make a note of which book it is so you can come back later and pick it back up.
Definitely.
Okay, you guys put the books away, all the while aware of the hot breath of the dragon just...
It's very relaxing, actually. Kith has come to enjoy it.
Like a large cat purring.
Yeah,
A
it's
real
like
big
a giant
cat.
Totoro in a sauna. It's good.
Just like this bass
A giant
rumble
Totoro in a
like vibrating
sauna.
throughout the room.
A giant fire-breathing, cat that's
Did
covered
brass?
in bronze.
Is brass fire?
Brass is fire.
Okay.
I mean, I'd hope it's fire. We did see it burning a bunch of shadows.
Which is
Well,
why
whatever.
my assumption
Let's-
was fire.
Okay, so we're going into the hallway and not waking
Yes.
up the dragon.
They also breathe
Yeah.
sleep.
Ooh.
Yeah, they
Good
can
to
make you
know.
go to sleep.
Next time you're
Apparently.
doing
You can do
a
it
research
apparently.
session, I would love to join.
What?
Next time you guys are doing a research session, I would love to join.
Oh.
Totally. Be research buddies. I have so many things I want to read. This library is massive.
I know. It's amazing.
I have so many things I have to look up. Okay.
Every
let's
time
stop
there are
quick
too
so I
many
can get
books,
back to
anyways,
I gotta do a backflip.
Okay. So funnily enough, they did actually get us something as an award, since we did actually do a lot. He's holding the haversack kind of by its by one of its straps, and it's a haversack that's bigger on the inside, quote unquote.
Cool. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and we have a job. By the way, would I get the detailed paper on that job?
Yeah, he gave you basically everything that he said to you is detailed on the paper. That where the location is, how you're going to get there, all the spare message transcription papers you've got, and the contact that you have there is a dragonborn woman named Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie Ma.
Just
Sure.
Sorry.
I mean, it probably is someone's ma, so it'll be Ma Collie.
Is collie spelled like the dog?
No, it's not.
Okay.
A-A-L-I?
I'm just gonna explain everything to them as it was told to me, and then go into detail. We're supposed to meet someone there, a contact, a female dragonborn named Kali. We're just supposed to report to the stables to get mounted up and then go out whenever we're ready, but we should probably do it soon. Just...
What? Why? What are we doing?
Recon.
Okay.
We're doing recon work, as it were. Essentially, the village got a new mayor, but a report has come in that there is no real leadership, and Merigard's concerned that it might be something bigger.
Oh.
So we basically have to go and check it out.
So when are we leaving?
As soon as you all want to.
Oh, maybe tomorrow?
Yeah, Echo, what time is it?
Right now, you guys took a long rest pretty late in the morning, so it's about 4 in the afternoon.
I say we leave in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably best.
All right. We'll
Yes, definitely. And Kith is totally looking at that library door.
get some rest and rest.
What do we need to wait for? We're rested. Let's go.
Yeah, but by the time we get there, it'll be the darkest of dark nights, and I'm pretty sure we don't want to go back out in the dark just yet. I know I don't.
We can go, and then just an inn wherever we're going and sleep there.
You know that it's going to be 3 days by caravan travel to the river ferry, and then it's going to be 2 days on the river up to Siren's Reach.
Oh, okay. I thought it was nearby.
I just don't see what we get by waiting around the rest of today. We've got work to do.
Yeah. We should probably let Zane know where we're going.
Did Kith use spells when she was helping treat earlier?
No, you used the medicine check.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were just assuming.
No, you didn't spend any spells because you noticed they were mostly like stabilized and secure. They just needed to rest.
Okay.
Alright, so if everyone's rested up and ready, we can go now and start off the trip, but,
Give Ollie a
look. Look, nerd, we've got shit to do.
We should.
I just
we're going,
found the biggest library of my life, and you're dragging me away.
The library will still be here when we get back. We have a job to do.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a dragon's lair. It's not going. It's a dragon's lair. It's not going anywhere.
Did you hear what he said about not knowing what that thing was?
Yeah. So why do you think you're going to find out what the thing is in the library where the dragon who's read all the books doesn't know what it is?
The door suddenly cracks open behind you, and there is an older man, balding on the head, and he says,
You know you could move this downstairs.
Should I give my sleeve?
God dang it.
Way to go.
Friends,
So sorry.
You're just gonna try and push everyone away from the door. Okay, come on. Let's just go down.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Good luck on your job.
Thank you. Look what you did! There was that!
Oh, please.
Kith, it's just library. It'll be here.
It's not just a library. You will never say those words again.
Oh my.
Literally, it'll
But we
still
will
be
go.
here. Look,
Let's just go.
It'll still be here.
Oh, so
Maybe.
I'm gonna say it again. We should let Zane know where we're going.
Why does
If
Zane
he
need to know
needs
where
us-
we're going?
I'm pretty sure
Because
he's
there's
gonna.
Questioning.
If
I'm pretty sure he's able to find out where we're going without us telling him.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Oh.
I literally got a job writ right here. You can literally ask anyone who's seen this job writ where we're going.
Yeah. What if we just take an hour to supply up and then go?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Lusam.
I'm gonna buy some potions.
Yeah, we need to get some potions.
Need some
Although
potions.
I'm out of money.
I don't have any
Yeah,
money.
I don't have any money.
I have a
I
decent
have
amount.
20 gold from Thormir.
You guys
I've
have
got
not.
nothing.
You guys have. Not
Oh, I need to
collected
pick
your
up my
pay yet.
chainmail.
We
The
are
thing is,
poor
I've got
college
even
students.
more
We can't
money.
afford anything.
I don't even.
My armor's all banged up too.
I don't actually know how much money I have. I'm actually looking for the amount somewhere. Oh god.
Well, it should be on your character sheet, unless you weren't updating it.
It would be exactly 0 for me because I've spent all my money getting
Yeah, I don't
here.
have any.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
I
thing,
don't have any.
I don't.
I blew
don't
the last time I had money,
So-
so I'm out.
You know that the way you get paid is you go to the quartermaster.
Right. I'll try and find. I'll go find the quartermaster.
Yeah, 15 gold.
Get 15 gold.
Oh my
also,
god, Puddin'.
Echo. Were my knuckle dusters perhaps done by any chance?
You did not ask, and she was busy. You can always ask again.
Well, I was just more of did I see him in the done pile of things?
You might have.
Okay, well, I'll go back there and take a look-see.
Okay, so you guys head over to the quartermaster, aka the blacksmith, aka Sekka.
Yes.
And when she sees you, she says, "Hold on a minute," as she's hanging out some more armor and she's working on a bunch of shit. And Thormir, yeah, you see your gauntlet with its knuckles firmly forge welded to them, set aside on a piece of leather.
Awesome. And I will grab them and I don't know how much I'm supposed to pay Sekka for them, but we'll pay the asked amount.
I think it was like 5 gold.
Alright. I didn't remember you saying anything.
I think I said 5. I think I thought 5 gold, or I said 5 gold. That's how much it would have been.
Well, there's now 5 gold less in my
Okay.
vast bank account.
Amazing.
I have a question. Will I be able to carry the haversack, considering right now I have over 573 gold?
You can. That's up to you.
Yeah,
You
I-
can have
I
a
was
conversation
asking-
with your party.
Yeah.
I was asking at the Yor.
Oh,
While
yeah.
we're at while we're at the forge, I'm also gonna pick up my chainmail.
It is very much not done.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we're gonna have to buy you a new set, bud.
yeah.
Well, fuck.
You can take a loaner if you want, or you can buy a new set, but yours is in the to be repaired pile because you dropped them off like 2 hours ago.
Ah, okay. Well, the chainmail is under all the fancy, same matching color bits, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
part
is
of the
the
matching
chain-
colorness.
The chainmail that you had issued is enameled black and with it's scale mail. It's not chainmail, and it's got black scales with gold scales interlaced in between them. But
Do any
can
of you know
just-
mending?
Neat. No.
I'm gonna timidly go up, knock on the door frame
Yes.
where Sekka's working, and ask if she has any spare black enameled scale mail. I don't think she does, but
It's pretty worn. I don't know if it'll fit you perfect, but yes.
all right. Don't want to go out wearing blue and silver while also wearing black and gold.
Go ahead and take that loaner. We'll see if it fits you, alright?
I grab it.
Did you try it on?
Yeah, I do.
After you kit it on, it's loose in a few places, but it'll serve. It'll do just fine. And she nods and says, fortunate.
Alright. Does that affect my AC at all? Or
No.
anything?
It just looks a little floppy.
Floppy.
Well... Okay.
Thormir, do you want to be the pack animal? Because you seem to be carrying the most here anyways.
Sure, why not?
Alright, I'm going to give him the haversack. So now he has a backpack on.
Hey,
It's a pretty cool looking backpack. It's got a crap load of pockets.
I'm going to add a list on my note sheet.
You now have a handy haversack.
Personally, I think Kithmia should be the one that gets the haversack. She's the one that helped us the most
She's
last
not the
night.
one carrying the most, and you're not specifically the party leader. I'm just making the call because it makes sense.
I know.
I'm not carrying that thing.
As you hand the haversack to Thormir, a heavy weight slaps you in the chest. As a pouch of coin just slams into your abdomen.
Oh god, it's like having a weighted ball slammed into your chest.
A bit, yeah.
I'm gonna catch that, recoil a bit, try not to have a flashback of getting gored, and then look over to where said bag came from.
Seka is looking at you and she says, "That's your first 2 weeks' pay. You're going to be on the job for the second week, so you're covered there."
Thank you, Seka.
You can divvy that up amongst your team.
I will do that, and I'm actually going to check how much is in there.
112 gold is in the bag, which is enough for 16 gold per squad member.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I'm going to actually pull everyone aside a bit and says, are we all going to be carrying separate gold, or do you want to just put it all in the haversack so we have a kind of a group wallet, as it were?
What? I would like to get paid, please.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Were you
add
listening?
16 gold to your pocket, Kith.
Just
So
add six.
When you only have 15 to your name, 16 is a lot.
I literally have 0.
No, the idea is that we keep all the gold in the haversack and we
Oh.
just take out of the haversack when we need to.
Yes, but what if we get split up?
I mean, that's-
I think
You are a robot.
Yeah, you're robotic.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
We heard that.
Am I not a robot anymore?
No,
No, you
you
still
So you
are.
were, but we could hear you.
We could hear your
Okay.
your sound.
Alright. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect and see if it helps.
Okay.
And I understand what you're
User
saying, but
disconnected from
Kith
the
is
channel.
saying she would like her money.
Okay. Kith's going to.
Yep, she's just gonna defy the group and take her money.
No, it's well, if we get split up, then we're
No,
Yeah.
she's being polite. She's saying, I need the money. That's
Robot?
what she's saying.
Fixed.
You're good.
Fix.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yeah, I'm also gonna keep my money.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
It's-
my money.
Kith's gonna.
I think the party has spoken.
Yeah. Yours just gonna divvy up the money as duly noted then.
Each individual can add 16 gold to their currency.
Maybe
Is there
down
a
the
post,
road.
Is there a post office or something?
Yeah, there's the stable at the Merigard Academy has a runner that you can use.
Okay. I'm gonna send off 6 of this 16.
Okay.
I will give you 5 to send off as well for your family, because they did take care of me a lot. So
Okay. So I guess 11 is gonna go off.
Okay, noted.
Thank you.
I need to buy arrows.
How many arrows would you like?
23?
Why?
Because I have 7.
Okay.
It's just an annoying number. Okay.
You're right back.
It's... Oof.
Yo.
Not my
They
fault.
sell them in bundles of 20.
Okay, then I'll just buy 20.
20 bundles?
Yes, 20 bundles. No.
Gonna need that haversack.
I will buy just 1 bundle.
Amazing.
Okay, so you buy 20 arrows.
Yes.
That's that will be 5 silver.
Hey.
All right.
Who else is doing things?
I'm most likely going to take my gold and also my pack, which is just full of shit that I never actually managed to, throw away, including the rest of the old leather that I had and a whole bunch of other things that I'm never going to use.
Why didn't you leave your old leather armor in your dorm?
Because
You're trying to sell it to Sekka?
I'm going to try and sell back whatever materials I have on me, because again, I never got rid of a lot of things that were with me.
What have you got?
Just like-
That's that you're getting rid of.
I've got the leather armor, 2 daggers, which I have no idea where I got in the first place, both in and out of character, the crossbow, and 20 bolts, which I again also don't know where I got.
That's nothing to get excited about. It's okay.
Probably part of a starting package.
Probably.
Yeah, it's all part of the starting. It's part that probably is the part I'm worried about because I don't know.
Not a big deal.
Everything's
Talking
been
about,
everything's been washed in a shadows, man. Shadows.
Okay. Anything else?
It's all that. No, that's all I'm going to sell, but I am going to pick up, if I can, 3 more torches, as well as, actually, no. I think that's all I need.
Okay.
Really.
I would say that you would get 15 gold and clear out that inventory and add those torches.
All right.
And upon second thought, Wander's gonna buy another bundle of arrows, just in case.
Okay.
Just in case.
You get another bundle to strap up onto your back.
Cool.
All right.
Like shoving them in the quiver.
It gets to the point where you can't quite insert the arrows in the quiver. They're like half stuck in there. It's sticking way too far out.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Where would
We'll
I
figure
go
something out.
Where would I go to buy potions?
That would be right here.
Okay.
Quartermaster, I handle all the quarters. It's a joke of mine. What do you want?
How many lesser healing potions could I get for 25 gold?
You could get half of one.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay. Because I only have 36 total.
I'm afraid healing potions are 50 gold a pop.
Well, shit. Okay.
I'll buy 3.
Okay. That's 150 gold.
Mr. Moneybags over there.
For the group.
You have 3 healing potions. Lessers. They heal 10 hit points each.
Alright.
Anything else you guys would like to purchase?
Oh,
don't make me convince you. Like, Jesus Christ.
I think we're trying to think if there's anything else we would need.
Yeah.
No, everything I'm thinking of is far too expensive for what I have right now.
Could I buy a thieves kit? How much is that?
25 gold.
Alright. I get it.
You buy
Does
a
anybody
thieves
else have a
tools.
thieves kit?
What?
Thieves tools? Does anybody else have thieves tools?
Ollie bought a pair.
Ah, okay. Never mind then. Okay. Yeah, no.
Are you
So
asking us
I
that in
do
character?
have thieves tools.
Yeah.
No,
was
I said
asking
that
in
I said that
character.
I was doing that before the just in case we needed them during the
During the
the
mission,
test.
yeah,
Yeah.
during the fall festival.
Do we have rations, out of curiosity?
Yes.
We do.
Pretty sure I have 10 days worth.
I
Yeah,
also have 10
I have
days worth.
10 days
so...
worth.
I have 1 day's worth.
I have 1 day's worth.
But do you have 10 of them?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know. How do I see? I says 2.
So it says it should say ration 1 day, and then 20 pounds, then 10, then 5.
No, I've got 1 day. It says 4 pounds. I probably can't carry any more than that.
Wait, hold on. I don't have any. Wait, what? Hold on.
Sell your rations?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm not that stupid. I promise you.
Are you sure? I dated you.
Hey, do we know, are there places to stop and eat on the way?
Yeah.
I'm not sure
You know
specifically.
the road is leading through the forest? So deer and rabbit.
I mean, if you want to hunt in the woods.
Do I look like a hunter?
No, that's why I'm saying if you want to hunt in the woods, then yes, there's plenty of stops to eat. But I would suggest making sure to get rations.
Alright. I'll buy a couple days of rations. It's expensive!
It's food. It's meant to keep you alive. Expense does not matter in this case.
Expense totally matters!
How much ration are you buying? And are you buying fancy or just bare minimum?
Oh, I'm buying the cheapy stuff. The gold stuff. 1 gold per.
I mean, the cheap stuff's cheaper than a gold.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hang on.
I know.
I hit add, but I guess I didn't buy it. How does this work?
I feel like I didn't actually add ration.
3.
Wait.
Oh, it's half a gold. Okay. I will get. Okay, I have 2 days worth. 1
I also have
gold,
10 days
2
of rations
gold,
and a mess
3.
kit with which to cook the rations.
I will spend 4 gold to get myself up to 10 days worth.
Sekka. Okay. Sekka has like this. As you guys are buying stuff, she's pulled open basically this wide armoire of goods, and you see all sorts of like materials and arrows and other spare things in there. You see a couple wands. You see another large bag similar to the haversack. You see a lot of stuff in there. And you ask for some rations. She pulls out several packages of what's basically hardtack and jerky.
Yep.
How long is the journey to the village? 3
5
weeks, you said?
days. 5 days.
But that's just to the ferry.
No, 3 days to the ferry and then 2 days upriver to the village.
Ah, okay. I thought it was longer.
You
I'm
could
just gonna-
avoid the ferry if you want, but it'll be much farther.
So before we decide to go out, our plan is to determine if the funeral's happening right away,
You can ask Treat.
right?
Yeah, we want to find out about that.
You guys want me to
Personally
go
would
check on
believe-
that with Treat?
Go check
Yeah.
on that, and we'll get stuff ready in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go ask Treat.
Well, I have to recover, and I have a few Speak with the Deads to cast. And
Well,
then
there's a job that we're supposed to go on, and I didn't want to leave, but we also don't want to delay the job. So, what would you suggest?
Well, we're not doing the burials until the day after tomorrow.
Oh, that's a long time to wait. Job's critical. Didn't really say how important it was. You want me here to help with that stuff, or
It's up to you.
you're thinking a couple days?
Yeah, definitely a couple days.
I'll go talk to them. I return. Guys, he's saying it'll probably be a couple days. How critical was this mission? Like, did he say we needed to go right away?
He said, what specifically did they say?
He said you can leave whenever you want, but be quick.
Be quick about it.
Yeah, I think that if what we're doing is recon, that waiting around for days for a funeral to happen is not very professional mercenary-like.
Yeah, no, this is our first real job. I don't think waiting to do reconnaissance is going to do us any favors in the long run, so...
I think we should probably go and then just pay our respects when we get back.
I agree.
I mean,
okay.
They
I
were
will
contractors,
go
so they know what they...
Let Treat know and meet you back here. And I will do that. I'll tell him that we're going to go, but we regret that we can't make it, and blah, blah, blah. And then return.
Okay. Treat is understanding about it.
Alright. So now that we're all ready, going to usher everyone to... It was the stables, they said, to meet at and get ready for, right?
Yes.
Okay. Lead everyone to the stables, if I can find them. Hopefully. Probably.
They're right there. You find them.
Yeah, we haven't wandered off again.
No, we haven't. Don't worry, Wander. We will not wander off again.
Cats. Okay.
Herding cats. But these cats are armed with magic and sharp objects.
So you head up to the stable, and you haven't really been to the stable before. You haven't really messed with it. It's a pretty large stable. There's a large paddock with a number of horses in it and a few carts stored around the side.
All right. Is there like a stable hand that I can see, or someone watching over that I can
see someone
talk to?
mucking about in the stables you could go talk to. It appears to be a younger man.
Yeah, I'll walk over to him. Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you work in the stables?
No, I'm just having a good time. He's like holding a rake and pulling hay around on the floor. Did I not hit the push to talk?
You
No, you
did.
did.
I think you just shocked him into silence.
Yeah, yours kind of just standing there with like the most stone-faced, like... Really?
What? What you want?
We're here about the job that we just got. We're supposed to be heading out with the caravan.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I have the paper right here. So, where's...
Let me see it. Hang on. Let me see the writ.
I hand him the writ.
He kind of glances over it and he says, "Ah, okay. Okay, hang on. I'll get the driver." And he leaves. He like shoulders past you and goes up to the house. A moment later, a man who is a human man kind of steps down off the porch, and he has white hair, a very scarred and wrinkled face, the biggest white mutton chops any of you have ever seen.
Amazing.
And he looks over at you and he just, you all headed out then?
That'd be us, yes.
The Rhine Ferry is what he said.
3 days travel, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, let me get the cart ready.
and he kind of pulls back around the other side of the stable. Do you guys do anything while he's preparing the cart, or do you go talk to anybody, or are you just waiting for him?
I'm just kind of waiting around.
I'm gonna start putting on those new knuckle duster gauntlets that I got and making sure all my straps are tied down.
I'm just gonna meditate. I'm a monk.
Okay.
Yours gonna chill, but he's also going to actually. He's just gonna write some stuff down in his little journal that he has. Kind of just recounting everything that's happened so far, but very loosely. Like, this is a journal, not a textbook, so.
Okay.
Also,
I'm gonna ask him how long it's gonna be.
Just a minute.
also, real quick, do those knuckle dusters add anything to my unarmed strike or no?
No.
Oh, damn. That's what I was hoping them for. I was kind of hoping for a little extra.
I'm afraid not.
It's
It
not-
is a
it's not-
flavored bludgeoning strike.
Alright, well, they're now going to have a bunch of, 4 different pyramids on their head when I cave in their skulls.
You know what?
Amazing.
I'll say that it can change the damage type to piercing.
Alright.
That's good.
Just depending on the type of strike I do.
Mm-hmm. You can
Like
choose.
a hammer strike over the top, it's bludgeoning. If it's a forward punch, it's piercing.
Yes, you can choose whether it's a piercing or a bludgeoning.
Alrighty, ready. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, actually, Brett says a note, so I don't forget that.
This old guy, you see as he's loading up the cart, he's like mounting horses to the front and getting it all set up, and he steps back in the house for a moment and he comes out with the biggest, longest, round-ended blunderbuss any of you have ever even heard of. And he puts that up underneath the seat of the front of the cart.
You always gotta have your truck gun.
Not going anywhere without Old Reliable.
I love this old dude.
I love him. The cart's ready and everything, so I'm guessing we all just start piling on.
Yeah. The horses that he has attached to the front are they're bigger than Clydesdales. They're like old Ardones. They're gigantic horses.
Oh god.
These horses look like they took them straight from a farm in the middle of plowing a field and were like, "You're gonna pull my cart." You don't know what they were used for, but they are clearly overbred for pulling a cart, and they look bored.
They look like if you put armor on them, you could just keep riding these things through actual castle walls.
Probably. They're giant. And as he sits up on the cart with this gigantic freaking blunderbuss underneath him, he looks down at you and he says,
"Well, we better get where we're going."
Mm-hmm.
Pile in, boys.
Pile in.
Gals.
Everyone keep going.
Yeah, it's a pretty big cart. There's plenty of room for all of you. The canvas that covers the back is tall enough that none of you have a hard time getting in or getting comfy.
I'm gonna be sitting towards the rear, and I'll be kind of just doing weapon maintenance.
Okay. Wander and Kith, where are you guys?
I'm snuggling in between Thormir and Ollie.
Okay.
Wander would sit further towards the back so that she can look at the forest, since that's kind of her element. And she wants to be able to see it.
Who is out toward the front behind the driver?
That'd probably be your.
Okay.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Oh, God.
So the after you guys all pile in and the tailgate is lifted up and put into place.
Tailgate party.
The horses are whipped and the cart begins moving, and you amble out from the merry-guard.
Gonna sing some songs while we go, guys?
We didn't start the fire.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Yes!
99 bottles of ale
I
on the wall.
applaud the
99
driver.
bottles of ale.
Oh God.
If you're gonna go annoying, you gotta go full tilt.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to go full annoying, you do the frog song.
Or the song that never ends.
Okay, let's move on. All right, the cart's moving.
Let's go.
I have many regrets. Let's continue.
Kith doesn't want to relive every family car ride.
Not really.
I was spent in silence
Car
and
ride?
pure
What are
contempt.
those? What's a car?
Guys, I have a
Cart.
5-year-old.
He said
Let's
cart
go.
ride.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Okay, so the cart kind of shambles down the long road outside of the Mirrorguard, outside of Ferrum. It moves through, and you see that the streets of Ferrum, where there were... That's a dog. Where there were walls kind of
check on that real quick,
separating the rest of the city from where the festival was, they're torn down, and you see a lot of the streets are kind of blackened with soot and ash from Tabernacle doing his cleanup. The driver kind of looks out over all of it and shakes his head, but doesn't say anything, and the cart keeps moving on and out. As the cart moves away from the city of Ferrum and follows the road out, basically heading straight eastward, the cart suddenly takes a left onto a small dirt path that leads toward the forest. And you guys are underway, heading toward the River Rhyme and the ferry house. So, for the next few hours of travel, I would like some perception checks from Yor and Wander.
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
The perception check for me, since my favored territory is the forest.
You are in a forest right now.
Yeah, does that count? Because it says, when you make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you are using that skill that you're proficient in. And I'm proficient in perception.
Then this is exactly the situation that would apply
So
to.
I just add 2 more to that.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Wonderful.
That gets much better as you get higher level. Because your proficiency bonus goes up.
Alright.
25, okay. Yor is AFK. Because he's dealing with his dog. Who was anybody else like right up next to him?
I think probably
Lusam.
that would have been Lusam, just being left,
Mori?
like leaving.
Yeah, I never actually said where I was.
You're floating up toward the roof of the canvas. Gravity doesn't apply to you for the moment.
I've created an ice hammock.
Sure. Yeah, Lusam, roll me a perception check out the front of the cart.
Ah, fuck.
I feel like we're on Oregon Trail. Bring enough oxen?
Nope,
So
2
you have
horses
things
though.
against dysentery.
Okay, this is not an
18.
advantage.
I know, it's just 18.
Okay. So, these woods that you're traveling through, Wander, you recognize as the same woods that you trained in, the same woods that you traveled through. You're pretty familiar with them, and you see the occasional dart of light from a pixie, or the occasional, you hear the occasional of a boggle off in the distance. Only because you're so in tune with the forest that you pick these out.
Okay.
Lusam, the road ahead is bumpy, though it is relatively well cared for a dirt and pine path through a forest. It's not bad, but it's definitely not the best that you've been on. The cart is handling it just fine, and the driver appears to be, like, adept and a veteran to these roads. Siren's Reach was the name.
Thank you.
Yor
Kith
would,
is working on the journal while we go.
would pipe up as soon as she asks Siren's Reach.
I'll pull up the map. I'll pull up the map so you can see it.
The beautiful map done by our resident artiste. I think. I don't actually remember. Hold on.
I think I'd remember where it is.
You did not
Okay,
actually put Siren's Reach on
this
the
one
map
wasn't.
because it was an addition later.
Siren's Respite. I knew there was a siren something.
Something around here. Also, weird story. My dogs were barking at nothing, so when I checked, no one was actually out front. And then as soon as I went to go close the door, the guy who was supposed to deliver my pizza actually drove up. So...
Did you tell him thank you for the za?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
I gave him a tip.
You always gotta say thanks for the za.
Can never have too much za.
Za is God.
Goddamn old people.
I think I'm the youngest here.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, okay. Second youngest.
How old are you?
20.
Okay, you are technically. I'm 21.
This not the.
How long was the mayor gone?
You're all fucking babies.
He's basically. Well, that's the thing. When they specifically said it, they literally said that there was a new mayor elected. But that was all they heard of the mayor. Like, the report specifically stated a lack of leadership. So.
Yeah, and did it say how long since the last person was elected?
It did.
It would
6
say
months.
on the sheet, wouldn't it?
Thank you.
6 months.
I knew there was a number. All right,
I
investigate why the
didn't
town's
remember
election
there was a number, so...
There's always a number.
Numbers are scary.
Mayor 6 months ago.
So as the evening draws in, and you guys are traveling through the forest, you hear the sounds of wildlife crouching around, but the cart is moving quickly. And I would like a D100 from one person. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. Thormir, roll me a D100.
Oh, yay.
Roll high or low, depending on what we need.
Don't tell them to roll anything.
Do you
It's a
want an
D100,
encounter
you
check?
could never
26.
understand.
Okay, 26.
That's not good.
Something.
I
But
mean,
it could be
be
great.
good.
It
If
could
it's a
be
Pathfinder
absolutely
encounter
nothing.
table, it means we're safe.
Right? We just don't know.
For all we know, we could have ran over a wild magic-imbued rabbit.
Oh, that would be
And
messy.
now it's going to hunt us down.
Or explode viciously.
Alright, moving on.
As the entire party suddenly gets very concerned as to what they're riding into, dusk kind of sets in as you guys are making steady ground. And as it pulls into the night, after a few more hours, do you guys talk about anything? You have a conversation? You work on anything?
I was working on the journal.
Yes.
Just gonna be sharpening my sword and every so often making notes in my little tiny journal, like how to not screw up like I have been with my forging.
Yours is going to kind of be, like, having his sword out at the ready, but mostly just doing it to check for, like, chips or anything that might have happened to it.
Your sword is remarkably pristine in the blade.
Ollie's gonna see if anybody will play, like, rock, paper, scissors or cat's cradle or something with her.
You guys have playing cards and dice and stuff.
Yeah.
Do.
Okay, so...
Guys, I was thinking maybe I'd do some prayers since we're not going to make it to the funeral. Does anybody want me to do like a little mini prayer service thing?
We have time. I don't think anyone would mind that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, since we're not going to be back in time for the funeral.
All right, why don't we do that? And then play cards, because that sounds fun too.
Okay.
Do I have a religion? Can I roll my religion?
Yeah, roll a religion check.
All right. Oh, I can click the thing.
Pork.
Not great.
Sorry,
Okay.
Bagel has decided he doesn't want us to have a funeral service.
So,
Bagel,
I only
please
get
stop.
a +2. I'm not great at this, okay?
Kith understands the afterlife. And when she tries to, like, relate to whatever gods they might have worshipped, it always goes back to Kellenvor.
Yep. That sounds about right.
And it's respectable.
Would agree.
And
I'll try
amen.
to keep it short. Yep. Let's play cards. Look, everybody starts somewhere, okay?
Only level 3. It's okay. So,
Only level 3. So.
you guys play some cards to while away the last few hours, and then night sets in, and the starry sky fills overhead, and the driver, kind of after a few moments, pulls over to a clearing that it seems like he's been to before, enough times that there are cart tracks, like, permanently installed in the dirt road. And he kind of begins to climb down with his blunderbuss over his shoulder and starts hooking up the cart and preparing a fire and other sorts of campsite settings.
Accoutrements.
Yeah, I can't fucking talk.
Right, most of us can't.
That's my survival.
Anybody who'd like to roll survival to help can do so.
Alright.
I guess I could.
I'll try. I actually have a +4 because hermit.
Hey,
Oh,
look
as
at
well.
that.
Okay.
I can't give a sermon, but damn, I can unhitch a horse.
Oh, that's wrong.
That is not.
That's a D100.
That's a really good roll, but
There you go.
Somehow this city
Still
half
We're not
knows a thing
playing
or two.
Call of Cthulhu, sadly.
no.
Yeah, so
Actually, luckily,
forgot
I
to
should
switch
say.
back.
Okay.
Oh,
Together, you guys are a little impressed at Kith's adeptness at preparing the horses and getting lean-tos set up and getting a respectable and defendable campsite.
It was that time we spent traveling with that monk.
what the hell? My dice aren't showing up for some reason.
They're not.
They're not.
Lusam, you are a little clumsy about collecting and preparing firewood and a campfire, and eventually the drivers just hand it over.
I sigh and hand it over to him and just kind of mutter to myself that I really need sleep again.
Oh, Lusam's not been rolling well. So, Thormir,
18.
you know what you're doing. You get kind of a windbreak set up as there is a breeze coming, and you manage to secure a nice isolated area for everybody, along with Wanderer, who gets an overhead shelter, and it doesn't take long. Among all of you, you get a very respectable campsite that Yor trips over a few things and almost breaks the cover, but doesn't quite.
I'm gonna just sit Yor on his thumb and say, stay.
Okay.
And then I'd say Wander and Thormir, you guys start cooking up some rations you've got to make it hopefully taste better than just dry hard
Beef
bread.
jerky stew.
Yeah. Tell you what I can do, though. I'll collect some water, because I can do that.
You can.
Be positive.
I think I can help with any cooking also because that's a skill that Ollie has. He's worked in a lot of kitchens.
Okay, roll.
Yeah, Ollie's a great cook. I vouch for her.
Well, now my dice are going to suck now that you've said that, but...
I'll still vouch for you,
I
even
would
if I have to choke it down. That's how deep our friendship runs.
I would
Okay.
say cooking is a wisdom-based skill.
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Roll a
Yeah.
wisdom plus proficiency.
Can't you take it as a profession?
I don't...
That's Pathfinder.
That's Pathfinder. We
Oh,
don't
my
have
bad,
profession
sorry.
rolls. Okay, wisdom plus proficiency. Let's see if I can find wisdom plus proficiency on my sheet somewhere. No, I'll just fucking roll it. Fine, I'll just roll it. So that's a... Well, it would just be any of my wisdom skills that I have proficient in.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I'm being stupid.
Good.
It's okay. You have a low int.
Woohoo! We eat well.
Yeah, in character I have a low int. Out of character I have no excuse.
That's at least a 3 or 4-star meal.
Yeah. I would say anyone who eats that food that Ollie makes gets 3 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Only eat her.
It is surprising what a few spices, pepper, and salt can do to jerky.
Huh.
Get ourselves some nice little stew.
I mean,
It wasn't hard to
It's
find edible roots and stuff with those survival checks as well.
it's basically
Yeah.
a flank steak when you think about it at this point.
It's true.
Salty flank steak.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have a good meal, and even the driver's like, That's a compliment in his book. You guys are getting ready to settle down for the night. A pizza that smells of ozone? Did you get electrocuted?
No, it's just that he basically got his... It's like that roommate thing where you ask your roommate to order the pizza, only your roommate gets it with his toppings and you just accept it. Except my roommate happens to be a shadow fiend.
Oh.
What the diddly?
That makes...
Oh, yeah.
It's not actually a shadow fiend.
I'm calling it a shadow fiend because it sounds cool.
Okay.
It sounds edgy.
I know. There's gotta at least be some somewhere.
It is.
Just
It is edgy.
Well, I didn't say it first. I'm just taking the name.
Okay.
Just keep going.
All right, we will. You guys go ahead and eat, and you have a relaxing evening sitting by the fire and calming down. I would like to know if you guys are going to take watch and how so.
I'll take first watch so that I can sleep uninterrupted.
I'll take second watch.
Should
I
we
will
do,
take
should we
last
do
watch.
the same? Should we do the same watch structure we did last time in the cathedral?
It worked then, I guess, but sure.
Doing it in pairs is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I have
means-
dark vision. If that
Yeah, I have
kinda
dark vision
sways.
too.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, who doesn't have dark vision?
I don't.
I think only Thormir and I have it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the
you-
halflings don't have.
I can see through Corey's eyes, so technically I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I and someone else who doesn't have dark vision needs to go on first watch.
So we need 2 people, one with and one without like dark vision. I would say.
Yeah, but we only have 3 with dark vision, but we have 4 shifts to fill. And first shift is going to have the
I'll
most
be right
light.
back, real quick.
Okay. Scarfs down pizza aggressively.
I don't know. I don't have dark vision. Put me wherever you want. I also don't need I need sleep, but I'm not a caster, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
can be
go
me
in.
and you for first shift, Ollie.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll
And-
do second shift with
I'll-
whoever's.
With me.
Okay.
And I'll be with you.
And then
Wait.
And Morgan being the early bird as usual.
No, I need to be on the last shift so I can pray when I wake up.
Okay.
I mean, you can still do that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
don't I have to have uninterrupted rest, or no?
No?
no, it's just
Oh.
a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long
I don't
rest
know.
is just any number of hours that you take resting, which means it could either be fully
I
sleeping
think
or
we
it
are
could just be
thinking
taking
about.
shit.
I think we're thinking about Pathfinder rules because we both played too much fucking Pathfinder.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've played a lot of Pathfinder, like a decade of Pathfinder.
That's
so.
fine. Actually, on that note, what's your thoughts on Pathfinder 2nd Edition?
I hope
I
You
have
looked
zero
at it?
thoughts on it because I haven't played.
I haven't played it.
Deep breath, you guys.
I like 5e a lot.
Hmm.
I don't play it exclusively because I play a lot of Bessem, and I play still some Pathfinder 1.0 with my group because they're old and they don't like to change. But I
Ain't
really
that
like
the truth.
5e.
I am back.
I've gotten them to play 5e a couple of times, but mostly they are like grumpy hedgehogs.
Okay.
I'm in here praying to know what a grumpy
Alright.
hedgehog is like.
So I need to know the watch order.
Okay.
It's me and Ollie for first shift.
Okay.
It's gonna be me and.
I
Jor'vandir
don't
for
need to know
second
that.
shift.
I just need to know the first shift.
Okay, fine.
So, you guys settle down for the night. I would like perception checks from our first watch, either both of you or one of you with advantage.
Oh.
Do you want to do both of us, or do you want to?
I only
Roll
have plus
with it.
1, so you go ahead.
Okay, I'll roll with advantage.
No, I already rolled. You roll once.
What?
Oh, sorry, I got confused.
Yeah. I need to change that in my sheet. Hold on. I'm gonna change it so I don't roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh, Ollie crit.
Oh,
So I
that's
didn't
a
need to
good
roll
thing.
with advantage.
So, as the first night settles in, and you guys relax, and you have all your party are falling asleep around you, Ollie, you look around and you spot a few owls in the area that are just kind of poking about. A few of them are interested by your fire, but they all kind of ignore you. You do hear off in the distance the subtle telltale of wolves.
But about how far off would you say they are? Like, do they sound threatening?
Based on that tone, it seemed like it was pretty far.
And it sounds like they're just being howlers.
They are either calling out territory or they're just excited about the moon. It's hard to know. You do not speak
But it doesn't sound like we're about to get swarmed by a party of wargs, so I think I'm going to just sit here and be cool.
This isn't The Hobbit yet.
Do you and Lusam talk about anything? You play cards? Poke each other?
I want to ask Lusam questions about his water magic.
I can try to answer. It's kind of a thing I can just do. I don't really know how.
Because I've studied to be an elemental monk, and so I have a relationship with water, and so Ollie is just sort of... She's not trying to, like, pry or anything, but she's really curious about, especially if she and Lusam are going to be able to work together on stuff.
Aquatic nerd, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's sort of the only thing that I could think of that Ollie would really try to corner him on. Otherwise, just being chill, I think.
I mean, you've pretty well seen what I can do.
Yeah.
I can manipulate water into various simple shapes, but only when I'm not stressed out and distracted. So I couldn't, like, do it in combat or anything. Freeze water as long as there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Or there's no living creature in it, either.
You can use shape water in combat.
Yeah, but you ruled that I couldn't manipulate it into various shapes, like wider than 5 by 5 feet.
Well, that's just what the spell says.
Yeah, I know.
Once you get up to control water, which is a spell, you can do more with it. I think when you're past the cantrip stage, but we're all pretty low level right now, so.
Yeah. Either way.
My God, the dogs are. Anyway, sorry.
Hilarious. If we're ever in an emergency, I can also just summon pure water.
Cool.
So we won't have to worry about clean drinking.
Super useful. That's super good, especially if we end up in a desert or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna I don't feel like we need to roleplay out like the whole interrogation. I just think that's the whole sort of. And she'll show him her stupid little water tricks, which are also not very much.
You'll notice that she has to do a lot of physical motions to make it happen.
Yeah.
So, this is an out-of-character joke, but so you're a waterbender.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, basically.
Cool.
Anyway, that's my thing. All right.
What can you do, by the way? Just, like, list them off.
So water whip is the only thing that I can do that is combat useful. The elemental attunement, within 30 feet of me, I can create elements within a 1 foot cube for 1 minute. So that was essentially what I was doing with the fire. Is I could create fire in a 1 foot cube for a minute. And so I was burning the ends of the torches. I can do that with water also.
Okay. Question related to water whip. Could you use it to pick things up from a distance, like a key or something?
I do not know if I can do it that way. It takes a lot out of me to do the water whip. It takes 2 key points. So it's kind of my limit break right now.
So it's a last ditch move.
It's kind of a last ditch move. It's not something that I can do a lot. It doesn't work very well as telekinesis just because it's basically for these 2 key points get burned, and I can either knock something prone or pull it up to 25 feet closer to me so that I can punch it. But mostly it's really for when I it's a big move. It's not something I can do a lot just because it takes so much of my internal energy to do.
Okay. I was just wondering if we ever get or anything. There's a definite possibility.
For sure. Like, it's like a last-ditch effort possibility, but it does exist as a possibility.
I might be able to finagle something with a combination of water and create water, but it'd be complicated and I'd have to be really concentrating. But I'll have to experiment, see what I can and can't do.
Okay. So then your watch comes to an end, and it is the next two people's turn.
That would be Yor and I.
Yep.
Okay. I would like perception checks. You can either both do one, or one of you with advantage.
You want me to do with advantage? I have +6.
Yeah, please. Please do that.
Yeah, this is your territory. 18. Okay. So you kind of watch as the tiefling kind of half climbs up a tree and looks around. It looks a little bit like she Tarzan climbs it, like almost walking up the tree. It's kind of strange to watch, but she looks around and Wander, you identify all sorts of wildlife in the area, and you know exactly what you're looking at. This is your territory, and it is comfortable. You look out over the sides of the hills. You spot where a family of wolves are eating an elk off in the distance. You see up closer there's a number of owls that are what looks like nesting, trying to look for food. It seems like a quiet night.
Cool. Yeah, she's definitely at home, being back in the forest.
Is there anything you guys want to do or talk about or bother each other?
I think Wander would be Wander's super interested in basically everyone she meets, because up until the point that she came to the academy, she had never traveled with anybody who wasn't a ranger, never really spent much time anywhere. So she would probably ask Yor why he came to the academy and where he's from and things like that, because she just wants to know everything about everybody.
Yor wouldn't be the most forthcoming, but given that we have time to talk about this, it might just... Hold on. Just fucking... Almost as soon as I started talking, I got a call. Fun. That was fun. It's fine. But yeah, Yor would be forthcoming with some things, but we would catch he's being vague.
Yeah,
at some point. Yeah. Probably a few of the things he would say would just be talking about, well, why he came to the academy in the first place would be pretty simple answer. Would be for answers, to study up, to use whatever knowledge or whatever he's gathered to good use.
That makes sense.
And he'd actually start talking about him having to travel all the way from the south of Nosfidania to get to the academy, so a large area that he had to kind of trek across to get there, so he'd probably just tell you about the land there as a whole. It kind of being, I guess, various different stylings of plains with rocky outcroppings and a whole bunch of other things. So, I mean, Wander being a nature lover, she'd probably get a kick out of learning about an entirely different country.
Yeah, because, I mean, when she grew up, she's from Abara, so she grew up around the Feylock.
Yeah.
And they never really left they traveled. She up until the point that she came to the academy, she had never once in her life slept in a building. They just traveled everywhere, and so she was always in the woods, and they would come into a town for like a day and then be gone, so. She kind of grew up like wanting to learn everyone's story because that's what they had to do at night. They sat around a campfire and told stories.
Right.
So. She's very curious.
Nosvedani is an interesting place. I can say that much. It's like... This is probably a reference that's going to go over some people's heads, but... Imagine a Slavic version of the vampire counts from, like, Warhammer Fantasy.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's a large country. It's just spooky as shit. In some cases. Well, I mean, it's large when you're walking across it, but same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, she would probably be just like, she's a little bit derpy, so she'd be like pointing at things that she can see that you can't see and be like, there's an owl right there.
And I'm back.
Wins. I'll take
Welcome
your word
back.
for it.
Cool.
Alright. Are you guys still going? You good?
Oh no,
Good.
we did our little...
We did our little spiels.
Okay. Who is next?
I believe it's Kith and I.
Yay!
Okay.
Ready.
2 perception checks or 1 with advantage, please.
I have a +5.
Mine's +3, but are you at disadvantage for it being dark?
I don't know. Am I? Is
Yes.
that a thing? I don't know.
It's things are going to be much harder for you to see. I normally just give them a bonus, but if you want to roll it at disadvantage instead, you can.
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it at disadvantage.
Well, advantage, so...
It would be
single
normal roll.
So just roll straight perception, Kith.
I'm just doing regular perception check.
Yes. Because Thormir is helping. 12.
So 12.
It's dark.
It's really dark out here.
The fire is kind of killing your night vision.
It's dark.
You're having a hard time seeing any farther than the trees around you. So you rely mostly on hearing, and you hear lots of wildlife in the distance. And then you catch a gleam.
Oh, a gleam.
A gleam.
Stand up, and I look at the gleam.
The firelight reflects off what just looked like a hint of shining green for a moment. And then
Saw something.
when you get up and look a little closer, you realize you see a few of them.
I cast light.
Okay.
Isn't that bigger than the firelight?
It is bigger than the firelight. Where do you cast it?
Yeah. I don't know, on my hand.
Okay. So the radius of light expands a little wider, and you can see better that what you're looking at are 3 wolves that are looking at you.
Oh, hey Thormir, there's some wolves.
Oh, shit.
They're...
Okay. I'm gonna wake up everybody and pull out my, my sword.
Go away. Don't have any food for you. Didn't work? Okay.
Okay.
Damn it.
Not dogs.
Huh? What?
I don't know.
Wolves.
I grew up in a city, Thormir.
How many?
3.
How close?
There's 3 that I can see.
Right now they're 30 feet away on the far side of the street, and they are slowly moving to your right.
Where are the horses?
They're
My right?
tied down right by the campfire. They're not like...
Can I go ooga booga at them?
You can try and scare them off, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll.
I tried that.
You roll animal handling. Anybody, in this case, Kith and Ollie.
Great. Didn't work.
Well, that definitely didn't work.
The
They actually get
wolves
closer.
don't seem
Apparently,
to
Ollie
care.
actually
They're
tried
like,
to just go ooga booga.
God damn it.
You
Kind
poppers!
of here.
You.
As they're growling at you.
Oh my
Like a
gosh.
diesel.
I think I upset Noodle by yelling shoe peppers.
Aww.
I'm gonna.
She's
I'm
looking
gonna
at me
wake
like,
up.
how could you?
You woke everyone up, right?
Yes,
Yep.
I did.
Thormir's doing that
Cool.
while I'm doing nothing.
I'm gonna be pissed off and start marching towards them and light my sword on fire. Like, get the fuck out of my face and let me sleep.
Roll
Alright.
animal handling.
That'd be more intimidation.
Awfully mean. They're just
That'd be
wolves doing their wolf thing.
Yeah, could I
Intimidate-
roll intimidation instead?
No.
Okay.
You can't intimidate non-sentient animals, creatures.
And they can think like food, eat, kill, hunt.
Lick, lick, lick,
Cool.
lick.
Also, I'm gonna
It's
do.
just like Grog.
That's 22 hit points plus 3.
I think.
What?
Whenever I do my flame sword thing, I take damage equal to my player level.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and that's permanent hit point loss until the flame rate ends, and at which point my maximum goes back up to 25.
Neato.
So,
Don't you chew that table.
Well, okay. I won't.
What?
Don't you chew our warrior, just do.
you just called me a table.
No, I called the coffee table a table. I just happened to not be muted.
Someone and her dog.
Oh, noodle. Doing on tables.
Maybe it was pudding.
Could have been.
No, it was Noodle.
Hey!
Okay. Well, how close am I?
So they're like.
Echo.
Let's see.
How close am I to the
God
wolves?
damn, I'm hitting the wrong button. Hang
If
on.
only we had a map showing where things were.
God damn it.
I believe they were still 30 feet away unless you
Yeah.
closed in on them.
I walked about like 15 feet ish.
Hang on, hang on.
Lusam is pissed.
Why?
Well,
Let's go back to bed.
because he got his
I
sleep
woke
was
up.
interrupted.
And I took first shift specifically because I didn't want to be woken up.
I'm actually going to follow right behind Lusam just in case he gets into an altercation he can't handle.
As they are walking towards these wolves, Wander is gonna cast Speak with Animals on herself
Okay.
and tell them that we don't want to hurt them, but they need to go.
Hi, hang on, hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and pull y'all over to a little battle map.
Yes.
Circles.
Yes. Circles.
Those must be trees.
They must be. Your abilities of deduction astound me. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just guessing. They don't really look like trees.
That's
but,
a really
you know,
big fucking tree. We're in like an old growth forest.
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Well, the branches spread really far. You know,
That's true.
The actual
Oh no.
trunk of the tree is probably like right there.
Giant trees just make me want to parkour the trees.
I'll just write in the trunks for you.
Don't
'cause I
parkour
feel
the
that's
tree.
important.
At least
Why
not
not?
now. At least not right now.
I'll parkour what I want.
Okay.
Okay, they're
She'll
trunks.
parkour if she wants to.
So, listen.
Sorry, Echo.
That's okay.
I
First,
was just being dumb.
Wander. Roll me a persuasion check. Or intimidation check. It's your pick. However you're going to
Look at
communicate
all those
this.
nice graphics I gave you of top-down thing.
I haven't used them.
I got +0 on both of them, so. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, they're both. She doesn't have very good charisma. She lived a sheltered life.
You and me both. I have terrible charisma.
10.
We're bad at this whole talking thing.
Better than I expected.
Lusam, you approach and you attempt to frighten away the wolves with your flaming sword. Their attention kind of jumps to you, but they don't make eye contact for long, and they're looking at everybody. So it's like they make note of you, and that's it.
Cool.
Work.
Okay.
Work.
Any other attempts?
I'm gonna possibly do something stupid.
Better than anybody I know.
Since they're just kind of standing there.
They're not.
And
they're circling slowly. I just can't animate that.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm gonna load my crossbow and fire.
Roll initiative.
Fire. Okay.
Everybody roll initiative.
Okay, and then there's my crossbow, because...
15.
So you had your flaming sword. You put it in your pocket, and...
No, I kept the sword. I kept the sword out. No, wait, because crossbow's two-handed. Yeah, I put it away. Yeah.
Okay.
You're now on fire.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Wolves. Let's see, initiative.
Sorry, that was fail. My initiative is 12. I was just trying to get it to go to the tracker. I didn't have my token selected. But I guess Echo doesn't use the tracker, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
What do you mean I don't use the tracker?
You don't.
I'm using the turn order thing right now.
All I see is Lusam.
Yeah, if we select our tokens, like if we're gonna move them, if we select our tokens and then click initiative, it automatically goes onto the roll thing.
But I don't think anyone here actually has the sheet correctly set up.
I do.
We don't. Well, I was using the plug-in, so I just hit initiative from D&D Beyond.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to get the plugin to work, honestly. So
yeah,
I haven't set it up yet. Mine's 6, by the way. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm firing at the center wolf.
That's
right
great.
here.
Hold on. Mori, you're inish. Oh,
Got a 17.
Thormir's inish is 15. Whttrs is 8. Where did you go? You're right there.
Fork.
Kith.
I'm on 6. No bonus.
Ollie.
I'm also 6, but I do have a
12.
So you're technically like 6.5?
I guess.
He would go first. He has a bonus. I don't.
Yeah.
Tied.
I should get that art into the thing
Yeah,
so that
you
I
should.
can have a... How do I do that? Do I just upload it?
You give it to me.
Oh, but you gave it to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Something seems fishy here.
It's like, I was just thinking, I have art of mine too, but Echo's the one who gave it to me.
Yeah.
He already has it.
Oh, everybody's rolled their initiatives, right?
Yes.
Thormir, what's your Dexmon?
Mine is a +1.
Bagel, you doofus.
Okay. So,
Did you say
you
bagel?
draw your crossbow, and
Oh, let me do the hit
you're not
thing,
going
or
to...
is that
You
needed?
do that on your turn, because this is not a fucking surprise.
Uh-huh.
Wander. Combat is basically initiated as you watch Lusam put away his flaming sword and pull out a crossbow, drawing it back. What do you do?
So, she kind of sighs herself and says, "Here we go." And she's going to take aim at the furthest left wolf with her longbow.
Yeah,
22.
that hits.
Okay. Oops. And it's 6.
6 points of damage. Okay, the leftmost wolf all of a sudden has an arrow sticking out of its right shoulder, and the wolf's like, "Hey!" and kind of jumps back a little bit in return.
Hello?
Hi!
Hello.
Oh, have I been not hitting push to talk there?
Apparently not. Nope.
God damn it.
Nope.
God damn it. Okay. Wander.
Why are you GMing on push to talk, dude?
There's other things going on here. So, it's also because apparently my mic doesn't pick me up on continuous on TeamSpeak, so I have to push.
What the fuck?
It's okay. It's not important.
We
Wander.
can fiddle it later.
Wander, you draw an arrow and you loose at the wolf, and it sticks it right in the shoulder with a and the wolf jumps backward slightly and recoil from the strike. You hit. Anything else on your turn? Bonus action?
How close are these wolves together?
They're not super close. They're 10 feet and 5 feet.
Okay. So one is 5 feet away?
The two to the right are 5 feet away from each other.
Okay. All right, and then the one that I attacked is farther away.
Yes.
Okay. Then I don't have anything else.
Okay.
By the way, Echo, I had said that I was going to be tailing Lusam.
Oh.
When he originally said that he would be out there, so I
missed that.
just want to make sure. It's all good.
Mori.
Yep.
You awake?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I'm just trying to choose which spell I should shoot.
I see.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do freezing burst right in the middle of the middle one.
Okay, roll a spell attack.
It's a dex save, actually.
It is a spell attack on the first target, and then a dex save for everyone in the radius.
Oh. Okay, so I guess I'll just use my regular...
It's just your to hit for any, chromatic orb.
Plus 5 then.
They're wolves that just hits.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep, they don't have much AC.
That's a 4d4.
Okay.
I forgot this spell, sort of. I know
It's
it has a
okay.
blast effect.
Let me roll the dex saves real quick on the all three of them.
4d4.
I rolled a natural 20 and 2 8s.
Alright.
Really good damage.
Okay.
Put a
And
successful attack versus target AC. Target such as 4d4 cold damage after it's a target. Uncharged burst on its own in the same 5-foot square. All creatures within a 10-foot radius square. Maybe saving throw. Take half damage on successes. So yeah, we'll all take 11 points of damage unless they succeed. In which case, it'll take half that much.
Right, except the one you hit takes an additional 44.
And I think it's rough terrain.
Yeah, they are
Rough terrain until the end of my next
God
turn.
fucking push to talk! Okay, so yes. The spell deals 44 to the one you hit, and then it deals 44 to everyone in the radius. So roll another 44.
Oh, it doesn't just do the same amount?
No. You roll it again. Conveniently, it does the same amount.
Yes, math.
Okay, so this is a spell that none of you have seen, ever. Mori lifts up a shard of glass, and then from it shoots this tiny little mote of light that flies toward the first wolf in the middle. And then you watch as it sinks in the wolf's chest, and the wolf begins to freeze over, and then this cloud of frozen energy just explodes in a circle, and all 3 wolves instantly just freeze in place.
Well then, I'm gonna
golf clap.
I'm going to head back to the cots and
It's
yell
not
out,
your turn
Don't
yet.
fuck. Oh, sorry. I thought it was over.
That's why you gotta wait for the DM to tell you if it's over.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Wander, was there any more on your turn?
You mean Mori?
Yes. Sorry.
I think that'll be my turn.
Okay. It's now the wolf's turn. These 3 are dead.
Puppers.
2 more wolves creep out from the right side trees and the left side trees.
Alright.
Bork.
1 more.
I love the
peeks out
live
from
sound
behind.
effects.
1 more peeks out from behind.
Yeah, the wolf attacks plus noodle singing are very well timed together.
The first wolf that creeps out from the trees is going to lurch up at you, Wander.
Of course.
The next one is going to jump at you, Mori. The third one is going to jump at you, Yor.
Oh.
So, I gotta roll some attacks. Let's see if they hit. Fuck. So... hang on.
So who's the lucky
Take a guess, Yor. Does a 17 hit you, Yor?
Just barely.
Okay. So, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw. Wander and Mori, wolves jump out from the trees behind you, and you hear the brush moving, and you manage to dodge to the side right as the wolves leap past you.
Plus. Strength saving throw. Yes, my most powerful stat. 12.
Alright, hold on a second.
Is there music right now? Because I have it turned way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is music right now.
My bad. Good music maestro anymore.
I'm the music maestro.
Okay, so good news, Yor's knocked prone.
What?
Good news?
I'm knocked prone? That's the
The
good news?
wolf lurches
Yeah,
forward
that's the
and
good news.
knocks you over, and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
As it bites you
We'll
and
suck
tries
for
to
that.
lash you around.
Ah!
You take 7 points of piercing damage. Okay. That is the end of their turn, as these wolves are now in melee. And they have spent all their movement. Thormir, it's your turn.
Okay.
The wolves in
So-
front of you are like solid ice and slowly breaking apart. And you
I've
hear these
been-
3 wolves behind you. And you hear Yor going, ah!
Yes. How far away is your
30 feet.
30 feet? Alright. Is the wolf technically in the same space as him, or is it still 5
No, it's
feet back?
biting his ankle right now, trying to rip some
Okay.
meat off.
Then I will go for this one.
Okay.
by
I can fix that.
And I will slash it two-handed with my longsword.
Okay, roll that attack.
One more. Boop. 23.
That hits a little bit.
Alright. So
It's like double its AC.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, so 1d10 plus 4. Oh. 13 damage.
13
And
points of damage.
I'll use my bonus action to punch him in this neuter.
It's on the count.
20. So
Okay.
5 extra damage on top of that.
It's dead. You run forward and you slash down through the wolf, and just with the momentum, you bring yourself back up in a huge uppercut, and you clobber the wolf in the jaw, and the lifeless body just whoosh, flips backward away from you onto the floor.
Ready. And with the last bits of my movement, I will move towards Morrigan.
Okay.
I have 30 feet, or 25 feet of movement.
It is now the NPC's turn. The driver stands up, and he's like leveling his blunderbuss, and he says, "Time for some old reliable." And he levels it at the wolf, and
I love this boy.
this crazy loud gunshot of black powder burst forth from the blunderbuss, and the wolf might get hit. Oh my god. If I don't hit the wolf, I'm going to be really sad. I did. I hit the wolf. Okay.
Hey. Now you know how we feel.
Okay. To be fair, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure there was only supposed to be 3 wolves, and then Kithmia one-shot them.
No. There was
What? No, that was
always
Maury.
more
That
than
was
3 wolves.
Ollie, Morrigan.
That was Morgan. Again.
Fuck.
Kithmia hasn't done anything but cast light.
It's true.
Which more than likely actually just brought more towards us.
I mean, it would be a weak ambush and surrounding of wolves if 3 of them came from one direction.
Yeah.
So,
Are they British?
that being said, the driver levels his blunderbuss at the wolf that just jumped past you, Maury, and you hear this thundering of a blunderbuss shotgun, and these pellets blast through the wolf's head, and instantly the wolf is done for and is dead.
He got gibbed.
He did.
Real hard.
Ollie, it's now your turn. The air now smells of blood and black powder.
All right, let's see.
America wins again.
This wolf here
Is dead as hell.
is dead. This wolf
Is also dead as hell.
Oh!
So this wolf.
Yes, that one is chewing on your.
Okay, I will attack. I will take my stick and attack the one that is chewing on your.
Okay. That you see that wolf as you're running up to it, like, is letting go of your and looks like it's about to run.
It looks like it's about to run away.
It's let go of your as it sees that the rest of its pack has been handily destroyed.
Could have listened.
Then I'm gonna go shoo.
Okay.
Shoo, get out, shoo.
Roll an animal handling check with
It
advantage.
didn't work the first 3 times.
Ouchie.
I
My ankle.
Okay. Wow, calm down.
Sorry.
A
Too many
19.
buttons.
You feel confident that the wolf heard you and understood and is terrified as its tail's between its legs and is trying to run away.
Yeah, you better
All right,
run.
I'm not gonna attack the wolf while it's running away from me. It was a forest creature just doing its thing.
Okay.
I think that's my turn. I don't see any other wolves, so
You're prone and chewed on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. It's like ow, ow. God damn
Okay. Do you do anything else?
it. Is the wolf like visibly running away?
It's on its turn. It's going to probably.
Okay. So if I move away, it's not going to attack me.
You could take the chance.
quits.
You could also use your action to disengage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my action to just disengage and move over here back behind Kith because she has the healing and I need that.
Okay, so you hold out your sickle in a warning gesture, and the wolf doesn't even pay you any mind. Kith.
Did he just put me between him and the enemy?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a bite
Wow.
on his ankle. He's really sad about
Alright,
You got a
I'll
boo-boo.
heal him.
it. Okay.
How bad is it?
I mostly just I have bad luck
How bad
starting
is
out
it?
On
combat.
his shin, where there's no leather armor, you see there is a clear bite mark on his leg, and he's going, ow.
It's more of something to limp on, but
Yeah.
like that's about it. And I'm not really hiding. I'm just trying to get away from the wolf since they're already just trying to get away anyways. Like I don't care
There.
at this point.
Okay, you
Get 7
you
back.
heal up everything the wolf did.
Exactly the amount.
Okay.
Good job.
Somehow. Magic.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Kith?
No.
Okay. I mean, you can keep casting random cures.
I can cure again?
No! You just did anyway. Lusam, it's your
Oh,
turn.
what the heck? Why did it do it twice? I'm sorry.
That was weird.
So,
Bork.
the
Okay.
same as pissed that he was
Okay,
woken
that
up.
was the plug-in.
Okay.
I didn't,
So
yeah, I don't know.
He's gonna go right about here. Oop, that's not the right thing.
Click and drag.
He's gonna go right about here and just try and fucking nail this wolf with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
He does
roll
not
attacks.
care. He just wants to sleep. Where the hell is my character sheet? Well,
Wait, I
that
thought the
didn't
wolf
work.
was running
Okay.
away.
It is.
Yes, but Lusam doesn't care. He's pissed.
We're just gonna kill it dead anyway? Alright.
Yes.
You have to
Or me.
roll
Sorry.
to hit first.
Wolf.
Fuck.
No.
Rest in peace.
That's damage. That's not roll to hit.
Yeah, I know, meta.
Switch it to
Sorry.
attack. It's weird sometimes with the sheets, but like
I know. For this, it'd just be 1d20 plus my proficiency modifier, right?
It's whatever your spell
What's your
attack
spell
is.
attack?
So it's
yeah, it's a spell attack.
Oh.
so it's going to
okay,
be your
that's
casting
4.
stat plus efficiency.
Yeah. Cool.
That does not hit. That does hit.
Alright. Now.
Roll damage.
I did.
8.
Yeah, he did 8 force damage.
Okay. So, as the wolf is clearly whipping around to run away, you... The first bolt of force
Cut out.
just slams...
Nope, you
You
stopped.
God fucking damn it. The first bolt of energy slams into the ground next to the wolf, and it dashes to the side, and then the second one smashes into its hindquarters. And immediately the wolf's just... But it's not able to run away because it's not its turn. Okay.
Alright, that's it from me. I use my action and my bonus action.
Yep.
Wander, it is now your turn.
Is it safe to say that less than 10 minutes has passed in this encounter?
Yeah, this has been like 12
like-
seconds?
12 seconds, yeah.
So, I mean, she's just gonna yell at this wolf, like, just go, like, just run. Don't stay, like, just run. She can
Roll
still
a persuasion with
still-
advantage.
persuasion with advantage. Alright.
There's blood in their eyes!
You understand the yelps of the wolf, and the wolf is distressed and scared. Because you speak with animals right now.
Yep. Alright, persuasion. Yeah. I'm
Wowie zowie, okay.
She is the least charismatic person on the planet.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure that wolf wants to leave anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants to go anyway.
Alright, it is now
Poor
Maury's turn.
Heck, I always forget how to unmute. I don't really want to kill it. It's gonna die, but
You see, it's got it's not bleeding, but it's definitely limping on its right rear leg, and it's trying to run away.
I will just sit down. I'm not gonna try and kill it.
Okay.
If it comes near me, I'm gonna Unless it was something, but other than that, I'm good.
Okay, so you hold an action to react if it approaches you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will shoot it with frostbite if it does attempt to attack me.
Okay. In that case, it is now the wolf's turn.
Run!
He fucking leaves. As he leaves your radius, Ollie, you can take an attack if you'd like.
I'm not going to attack this wolf. Okay. If I had a heal, I would probably use it, but I don't. So it's just going to run away. That's fine by me.
Wolf runs away. It scampers into the woods and is out of sight, and that is the end of combat.
Okay. Sorry, guys. My bad. It's really dark out here. You know, not really so good at seeing in the dark.
Lusam mumbles to himself and puts his shit away and just flops back on his bedroll.
I'll tuck you in.
Oh.
Shove off.
Wow. Okay, then.
Someone's a grumpy grandpa.
Coffee. Shove off.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yes. Oh god.
Okay. So it's like we could go back to bed now.
I think so.
Yes, you can now go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Thormir, do you think we should move these bodies like across the street?
I'll get to doing that. You keep a watch out.
Okay.
I'll start.
Because I'm so good at that.
The wolf bodies.
I'm perfectly content letting him do it because that's gross.
And if possible, I would like to take one fang.
Oh, yeah,
There's
definitely.
plenty of them. You can harvest all you
gross.
I was saying more.
There are plenty of them. You can harvest them all you like.
Okay, I'd just like to grab one fang.
Over there skinning, harvesting fangs, making himself a little crown.
I mean, if you do want to harvest them, you could
skin them.
Wander is gonna go over and retrieve her
It'd be nice if we
arrow.
ever go north.
It's harvesting season.
I don't think we want to put uncured, whatever. I guess.
We have a fire.
Yeah, we don't want to put uncured anything in the bag or in the haversack.
Wander's going to
was
what?
just saying,
I
like,
missed
we could also
everything
sell
that
them.
just happened.
She's retrieving her arrows.
Tanner or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go retrieve my one arrow from the frozen.
That arrow is destroyed. When you pull it out of the wolf, the front of it is completely frozen and just snaps off.
Wow. Now you have an odd number of arrows.
No, I actually have an even number of arrows now.
Oh.
Even better. Huh. Right. Anyways, I will dispose of the bodies and take my one fang as a trophy.
Ollie's just gonna go back to bed for the rest of the watch.
As you guys are getting ready for bed, the driver kind of mutters. He lays back. As he's loading his blunderbuss and laying back down on his bedroll.
I have a. Do we know how much longer we're gonna go?
There's one more watch, but I think we can probably call it here for tonight.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So, good game, guys. That was entertaining.
Thanks for running.
I'm sorry for freaking destroying half the enemies in the first
I think that's kind of your job, though.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, I still one-shot something, technically.
You did.
I'm sorry that Ollie was socially awkward and weird at Zane. I'm not that sorry.
Hilarious.
It was awesome. I loved it.
He was just like,
That was pretty good.
Alright, y'all.
Okay.
Have a good
All
night.
right.
See you.
Bye.
I'm gonna hop off.
Bye, stream.
Disconnected from your channel.
Okay, stream's off.
Bye bye.
Alright.